Come on, piece of shit. That out. Sorry about that, guys. Rumble. Let me pop this out. Okay, seems to be working now. How's it going, darlings? Sorry, it just stopped. Should be good now. There it goes. Okay, that should be everything. We should be back. We should be good now. Should be good now. Okay, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. Might have to just start resetting my desktop on Fridays, honestly. All right.
I would love to help.
Let's keep going.
Can I help?
See, look at this.
Love you, Chad.
No. Oh,
yes.
it's-
Oh, Nick. Oh my
How are you doing?
I'm so.
So,
so lovely to
we do have some people here who are against what we're doing today. But what do you
Obviously.
see? They're in masks. They don't want to really talk about what they're doing. But what brought you out here today?
I'm here to clean Canal Street. My taxes are $160 every single paycheck. Not my federal taxes, not my state taxes.
Jesus.
My city taxes are $160 every single paycheck. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? It shouldn't have to come to this, but I'm so glad that it's happening so that way we can have real conversations. And when we stop having conversations, that's when violence happens. So I'm here to clean up. That's all I have to say. Nick,
Based.
keep going.
Thank you very much.
Keep going.
Too, because I go to the precinct meetings here in Soho at the first precinct, and unfortunately, every time I've gone there, they're aware of the situation and they try to do the best they can. But since 2020, they constantly tell me that there's nothing they can do. I was accosted on New Year's Eve at 4 o'clock trying to come home from work in the subway because when the cops do roll up, the guys all run. As I've seen in your videos, you've seen this. And I got thrown through this guy's postcard. It's like the shop owners are pissed. I took a video last night. You guys were here last night. You can't even get down the sidewalk. I've changed my work schedule so I can avoid this neighborhood on the weekends. It's stressful. I complain about it. People don't believe me. And I'm so glad that you guys are doing something to bring more attention because I feel like I'm being gaslit constantly.
That's what Nick Shirley does, baby. That's what he's here for. That's what he does.
Quality of life in this neighborhood has gone so bad. I feel like maybe it blew up on TikTok, but like 2024 is when it's really gotten
That's
terrible
right.
over here.
Yeah, 'cause it used to not always be like this. Like I remember coming down to Canal Street when I was younger, and it wasn't that bad. But now it's like
With the piece of paper, and she's still around, but I don't know. I have ideas of what's going on, but now it's just there's blankets all and down the entire street, both sides. You walk in the road, you're gonna get hit by a car. It's stressful. I'm happy that you're bringing attention to this. Thank you.
how's it going, sir? Nice to meet you.
Job. I was just talking.
You said you had a nice county over in Long Island.
I have the safest county in America, according to U.S. News and World Report. We back the blue. We support law enforcement. We invest in law enforcement, and we enforce quality of life crimes. And we get rid of fraud, waste, and abuse. I haven't raised taxes in 4 years. As a matter of fact, I cut taxes. So we have a county that's very, very safe, and we have the lowest poverty rate of any county in New York State because, not because our demographics are different than the state, but we believe in economic development, capitalism, prosperity, things like that. So,
That's
you
right.
know, we have that kind of county. So we need to do that here in the state, and that's why I'm running for governor. We need a safer state.
And I have a question for you.
Sure.
Like, what are the catch and release laws like here in New York City, for instance? For instance, a lot of these guys here on this street will get arrested and they'll get released to the street the next day. How does that work?
It's a revolving door of justice. You're arrested 10 times. Judges don't have the discretion whether to hold you on bail, and therefore, without any consequences, you keep committing crime after crime. That's the problem. Our cops are frustrated. They do their job.
This isn't me. This is Nick Shirley. I think he live streamed this. The reason why his is going in and out is because I'm almost fairly certain he live streamed this. this isn't a me thing with the internet. This is him.
Massive riots,
right?
Not over police speak.
I want to make that very, very obvious what's going on here. It's not a me thing. This is him.
They have a criminal justice system that frustrates them, handcuffs them, doesn't allow them to do their work. So we need to change those laws and back the cops and make sure that there are consequences for crime. But there's another thing I want to discuss with you.
One second, let me fix something really quick. Sure. Let me just make sure, because...
No, I don't want to be like the senator. It was a 12-year-old.
Awesome, yeah, keep going. What was the thing I said?
So first of all, you did an amazing job in Minnesota uncovering fraud, waste, and abuse, Medicaid, and government.
You want proof? Where is... How many people have been arrested and convicted because of Nick Shirley's work in Minneapolis?
It secured over 60 convictions related to Minnesota's social services fraud. None of these arrests or convictions are linked to Nick Shirley's work.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll keep saying that, won't they? I'm sure they'll keep saying that. Remember, Tim Walz is the reason why they got arrested, right? Now that they've had 98 individuals and secured over 60 convictions. Remember it was Tim Walz and not Nick Shirley that caused it. What do you think this is, a free country? We can't have press solving our problems. How dare we?
Programs.
Get the fuck out of here.
You here to come to New York. Did you know that our Medicaid costs here in New York are the same as Texas and Florida combined?
They did all that BS. Oh, dude, just... I'm going to ask you one question. Wait, is this even the same guy that's still chatting? It is. Pathetic plus... Okay, yeah, sure. Whatever. Bye, idiot. One less retard that I got to deal with. Thank God.
Really?
It's insane. Both Texas and Florida have bigger populations, but our Medicaid costs are twice as much. You can't tell me that people are sicker here in New York than they are in Texas or Florida. So obviously there's fraud, waste.
By the way, Nick Shirley is the one that uncovered all the fraud in Minneapolis, regardless of what people want to say and think. The legacy media is going to publish it like it wasn't Nick Shirley, but everybody knows it is, because if it wasn't Nick Shirley, then California wouldn't have passed the Stop Nick Shirley Act. It's obvious that it's Nick Shirley and independent journalism that's uncovering all this political fraud that's going on, and that's how it's going to keep happening too. I guess that paid protester couldn't handle it anymore, so we just blocked him. We're going to move on from that.
You're the guy that can uncover it, so I invite you to come in here and do it. And as governor, I would welcome that.
Oh, thank you. It's not too often when a governor's too excited when the fraud gets exposed. Newsom was pretty upset, and Tim Walz dropped out.
Yeah, I know. I followed it very much. You're a real patriot, and you're a really smart guy, and you know where the fraud, waste, and abuse is. And we obviously have a lot of it here in New York State. So you should take a look at that. As governor, I'm going to stop that. We're going to cut our Medicaid costs without cutting services. We're going to have quality services that deliver to people. So anyway,
thank you.
He right now he's in New York. Right now he's in New York, so they're gonna walk around and look at all the fraud that's going on in New York now.
So much, and thanks for being here.
New York.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All righty. Sound. Sorry, say that again. You know, post. Sure.
They don't have the scared secret.
Oh yeah, always,
I want to get this guy out of here. Yeah.
Thank you for your work,
awesome. Thank you very much.
God bless. God bless.
Yeah.
Thank you again. 12.
I heard that there is a big A1B visa problem in Texas. I think that'd be a great idea.
Awesome.
I think Tyler Oliveira covered a little bit of it.
Of course.
Why did Trump say
Awesome.
12 years old?
Sweeney's getting all set up right here. So this is where they're painting?
What's that?
Is this you guys where we're
We're gonna
in
get
paint?
this done, and we're gonna go step by step, and we're gonna turn the corner on Canal and repaint all over that stuff. And
So you mean to tell me that the guys that are painting over all this disgusting artwork, that's not artwork, graffiti that's all over these buildings, not only are these guys uncovering fraud, the person that is an elected official for that area, I don't know who this guy is, this older fellow with the blazer, I'd assume that's what that is, or the vest or whatever, the button up. They're also going street corner by street corner and trying to clean up all this graffiti. It seems to me like this district is trying to get its shit together. I like to see it.
the fact of the
I like
matter
to
is
see it.
this. I've tried talking to a few of these people who are just loony bins, okay?
They are loony bins. They're not trying to convince. They're not there to be convinced. They're there to push their narrative that they're obviously being paid to push. There have been multiple instances now of paid protesting that they have uncovered. It is completely blatantly obvious. And not to mention that now that a lot of the funding has been cut for these sanctuary cities, a lot of these protests have completely dispersed, other than like the teen takeovers. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're just giving a bunch of kids a reason to go out and burn shit to the ground. I mean, did they really need a reason to do that? Not really. I mean,
This isn't political. We're here to paint over and fix a community. And you're
right.
protesting that? Like, they're the perfect illustration. It's like, if you
yeah,
guys
it's
would like to
stupidity. It's literally stupidity in human form.
join us and help repaint over defaced property, we're more than happy to have you. It's not a right or left issue. Himself isn't here to like join in on that. Is all the statement you need. Why would you be protesting cleaning up a community and making it cleaner and safer? It's beyond me. It's absolutely beyond.
That's literally what it's all about today. It's about cleaning up and making a community look a little bit safer. 'Cause Sweeney lives right here.
Yep.
He lives right over here in this neighborhood.
in this
and then you have
vicinity.
this guy who literally got a bomb thrown over his head, and he's still defending these folks. But we don't need to talk to him. I actually don't care to talk to him.
Okay,
Because all they want to talk about is ICE. That's not what we're here to talk about.
What's that?
Well, that's the funny part, is they want to talk about their stupid little racial politics of well, there's so many black people in prison. Well, why are they in prison? I don't care about their skin color. What the hell do they do to get themselves in jail? Well, probably graffitiing the same damn wall 75 times and costing taxpayer dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to repaint over some damn graffiti because they don't know how to not do it. Yeah, that's pretty good reason to put somebody in jail for a while. I mean, I feel like if you get caught graffitiing multiple times, you should immediately just be charged like 10 years in prison. I mean, it's costing everybody money when you sit there and do that stupid shit, and the city has to go back and repaint over it. It's fucking annoying.
16 kids up to a year in jail for defacing.
Oh my God.
What's
And
your name,
it's up
Walter?
to a $10,000. It's a
Walter.
$10,000
Is your name
fine.
Walter?
Yes.
Is that law working, brother? Is that law
So it should
working?
be 2 years.
Why are you
It's
keep
up
on
it's
trying
a
to
year
do
in
that?
jail. Yeah.
Why don't
Like,
we
why
have
do,
the
like, this is what Walter Master is defending. He's defending people that graffiti and deface property. We're out here fixing it today. Sweeney's got talked with all the people here. And he's got all the things necessary to clean
I
up.
love how Nick just doesn't even engage with these two clowns. Like, these two ass clowns are out here passing gas, and he's just ignoring them and, like, pointing out what stupid shit they're trying to,
So
like,
20,000.
protest.
Law ain't working.
What? You don't want an entire wall filled with slurs and all kinds of words that have been painted on by a bunch of people that obviously have more time on their hands than they need because they don't have a job? What? You have a problem with that? How dare you? How dare you want your community to look like it? You give a damn.
Protesting, trying to make a community look better.
Right, listen,
Safer.
it's nice way to back up, protecting
I
these
love
guys.
how this idiot pulls his phone out and starts recording Nick. This was done on a live stream. Nick Shirley was live streaming this. Like,
You be your bodyguard.
Stay
Tell
away
me
from
be your bodyguard.
No, I'm
Hey,
good.
If I showed up to your kid's house with cameras demanding to see the kids, would you think that was creepy?
The point is, there was no kids.
No, there was. It was determined that there was actually. So, oh no, but if I showed
just
up,
called.
no, they determined that what was going on was the people that were stealing the millions of dollars from American citizen taxpayers were taking that money and giving the people that showed up that one day after it went viral money in order to make it seem like there were kids going there constantly. That's why they waited that's why the FBI waited so long to go into the Leering Center, because they wanted to make sure that whenever they finally got comfortable that they could go in and get actual paperwork on those daycares. And guess what happened? The daycare got shut down. People got arrested. Yeah.
If I was a
Big shocker.
don't you think that's creepy, showing up with cameras to a daycare and you don't have any kids there and be like, show me the kids?
It was fraud.
Isn't that creepy?
It was fraud. You're defending fraud right now.
Isn't that creepy?
You're defending fraud.
But you don't have a problem with Trump because it's from Trump
They're
University
defending
and
fraud.
Veterans Charity.
They're defending.
And what about your family?
Fraudsters.
Did your family
You're
get
defending
accused?
fraudsters.
What they do? Some like some health fitness fraud shit.
No.
I don't know. I heard some
You're
rumors.
defending fraudsters, sir.
Do your family
You're
work in
defending
like the health
fraudsters.
and fitness industry?
No,
They don't.
my parents do not.
Okay, maybe I got confused. I apologize. I was wrong.
Okay, well,
I
thank
was
you very
wrong.
much.
You see how easy that is?
Yep, well, I was right about the fraud, so I don't have to apologize.
But listen, you don't
Let's get
think that's creepy?
away from this guy.
You don't think that's creepy?
Sir, there was no... All
Stand
right, I'm not talking to that guy anymore. All right, we're going to wait. And then
We want to see the kids. Show us the kids, right? We want to.
these people are literally protesting, making a community safer, which is crazy.
Show us the kids. Show us the kids, Nick. Where's the kids at, Nick? Show us the kids.
All right, they're getting it all set up right now. We're going to go over.
I want to see your children. I'm
not talking to that guy anymore.
on their list.
What a schizo. What an absolute schizo, man.
I don't have any kids, but I want
You
to
guys
see your
cook.
kids.
I'm happy you don't have any kids.
I want to videotape your kids. Show me the kids so I can videotape them.
They're
Yo, this narrative is completely falling apart for these people. It's completely falling apart, and it's hilarious to watch.
getting all set up right here.
It's so funny, dude.
Now?
Yeah,
Are you protesting
Show
people
me the
cleaning?
kids. I want to see the kids in the daycares.
Are you
with cameras.
why would you protest people cleaning?
I'm not protesting people.
Then what are you here? It looks like you're protesting.
These
Yo,
guys
he
are-
does. He has way too much fucking free time, bro. Way too much free time.
Like fucking Tony winners.
All right, they're getting set up right now.
Tony season.
Here, watch out, Isaiah.
Years, so we just want him.
And because a lot of people are all talk, they don't actually go out and do anything to try and make any change. And simply by just covering up this graffiti and making
it's a
this
start.
place a little bit
Definitely,
safe.
it's a start. Yep. You make your home a better place. All right. He's a resident here. My family's had a business down here for 20 years, so we just want to improve New York at this point.
W immigrant. W immigrant. Welcome to America. You are welcome, American. W patriot. Seriously. Welcome to America. I hope you have a long, prosperous life here in America. I do. I hope you make billions and millions and trillions of dollars from any company that you grow. Welcome to America. Thank you for learning English. Thank you for assimilating with our culture. You're a freaking badass. And I look forward to seeing your family grow and make a lot of money. W immigrant.
Yeah, and it's a lot has to do with common sense.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people that are against this lack quite a bit of.
all common sense. Like, people shouldn't be able to sell stuff illegally out here. And then you have these lunatics out here. And obviously, they always
I'm
have
about
masks.
to give her a bottle of water. She must be parched. She's been screaming for an hour now.
Seriously, I mean, she literally, think about it. She just defends the fraudster, or defends the people that commit fraud. Not, these people do actually commit fraud because they're committing tax fraud, because they're making tens of thousands of dollars and they don't pay anything.
It's also a huge liability when they run from the cops and they jet off in the middle of the street. Someone hits them, they're liable for that person. So, yeah.
And how long have you lived here in New York?
New York, most of my whole life. So, in the 70s, originally from Boston. But yeah, New York. I grew up in Chinatown.
Oh,
Hell
really?
yeah,
How do you see
brother.
this
That's what's up.
change?
About 20 years ago, they did clean it up. The DA with the brands, they were enforcing the anti-counterfeiting, but then it just fell off a cliff. Yeah, it fell off a cliff. And now this is probably the worst I've seen it in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of these people will tell you, a lot of these the scammers out here will tell you, well, underneath Biden they came in and then they kind of got stuck here in New York City, and then because Biden let them all in without any plan, then they started selling stuff
Virtual
illegally.
reality protest daycare. Dude, I love it.
They're making so much
I
money.
love
Like,
it, bro.
They're literally making tens of thousands of dollars in
Let's go on
cash.
Book of John.
There's probably a lot of sad stories with that. We just got to figure out how to help these people, how to, just figure it out where they can get permits for what they're doing, etc. I mean, look at the street. You see how dirty it is? It's probably these condos here are probably like $5 million condos, right?
Yeah.
But then you see the dirt. It's just no one cleans.
Oh, yeah, we representing up in here. Yo, I love what Nick Shirley's done for this country. I do. I love it. Gotta represent,
these are one of the neglected streets. Howard Street is another one that's neglected. So this is something good. I mean, we should actually all be picking up a broom and just helping sweep as well while we're at it. Seriously.
Yeah, that's the sad part. You don't even have to make new laws. Just enforce the current laws. Just enforce the laws that are already there. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, that's another thing. It gets so dirty here. If you drive back down here by the nighttime, it is just, this whole entire place is filled with trash. Right. And they just barely started putting these out here because this is where the counterfeit sellers would then park their cars illegally all day.
They use their minivans as their inventory, right? That's where they're holding the inventory.
Yep. It's like a whole entire
it's an ecosystem down there.
Yep, exactly. Look, so now they're painting, actually going through and painting it over. We'll let people like you go through and paint. I'll keep commentating here on the live stream.
Get everyone's.
So look, we got that protest.
It's because these stores are so constantly burglarized. Like you go to places like, I don't know, Orange County, Laguna. I understand those aren't metropolitans, but Tokyo or Kyoto, take your pick. And you don't have to have these huge like armament metal gates over stores because they just hold themselves to a certain level of decorum.
Welcome here. You guys got.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? What'd you say? Who's not welcome here?
You guys are just here to harass people.
We're here to clean up graffiti, and I'm a tax-paying, law-abiding citizen. I am welcome anywhere in New York City.
Bots, dude.
Okay, you're welcome. You want to help clean up? You'd be doing more of a value than what.
Dude, based. Chew that fucker's ass out. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, we need more politicians to go around and call these retards out on the spot. Get fucked.
Say? What'd you say?
This guy's going around cleaning graffiti because these fucks don't want to keep these damn criminals in jail. And this dude want to sit here and protest. Dude, go fuck yourself. What an
Who's not
idiot.
welcome here?
You guys are just here to harass people.
We're here to clean up graffiti, and I'm a tax-paying, law-abiding citizen. I am welcome anywhere in New York City.
You damn straight. Just like you walking around these two men trying to harass them. Big surprise, you're getting called out for harassing somebody, you piece of shit. Oh, but you're harassing people, bro. They walking, talking about how they gonna clean up graffiti, and you out here harassing them, and you trying to call them the harassers? Go fuck yourself, man.
Okay.
You know a girl ain't gonna do it for you.
Welcome. You want to help clean up? You'd be doing more of a value than wearing a mask and hassling us.
Exactly. You know why you're not? Because you're getting paid to protest, bitch.
You're not here to clean up. You're here to.
We are here to clean up.
You're here to harass.
We're here to clean up.
Harassing. We're literally at 9 in the morning.
You're harassing us. We're here to clean up with the members of the community of every race, every ethnicity. You guys are making this. Would you guys want to help us out?
All right. Here, we got to move on before the stream gets taken down. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, brother?
Having a good day?
Just started.
Just started? A little early for me. Just caught a red eye this morning to
You
get.
guys doing here?
We're actually cleaning up some of the graffiti out here.
About time, right?
About time, right?
These animals out here.
No, it's a little wild.
Time is here too, so.
Summertime, we're gonna make New York City look a little bit nicer for time.
Good luck, though, brother.
Thank you very much. I can't have this music in the background. Look, we got him to wake up this morning. Look, are you angry that we're trying to clean up Canal Street a little bit? Those are some.
Oh, we got another No New Wars. Hold on. We got another person that has no idea what Trump ran on. Look at that. We have another person that has no idea what Trump said he was going to do. Here, let me show you what he said he was going to do. Here, I'll pull up proof. Here, look at that.
What's the
What's this?
to Iran?
Don't.
What's this? What's
As
this?
President Biden said, just don't.
Exactly.
one word. Pretty straightforward.
I'm gonna bomb the shit out of them. It's true. I don't care.
Well, look at that. Well, look at that. It looks like you have no idea what you're talking about because you got your information fed to you. Nick Shirley is about as fake as Trump no new wars promises. That's crazy. Doesn't seem like he promised that, did he? It doesn't seem like he promised that. So what you're saying is that because you had your information baby birded to you, and it just pulled up and completely obliterated the stupid-ass comment, you have nothing more to say, right? So now chat gets to decide if you get to stay or leave. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this even... Oh, it is him. No, he's still here. He's still here. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm still waiting for MAGA to show us who got arrested. They can't because it's Trump's lies. I'm still waiting to show who got arrested for what. This is so vague, nobody knows what you're talking about. Stop vague posting, be specific. Say it like it is. If you're gonna sit up in here and cause problems, the least you can do is be honest and transparent. Just like me. I'm leading by example, maybe you should follow the example. I don't have to hide shit. Nick Shirley's awesome. I love Nick Shirley. Nothing? I'm still waiting for MAGA to show. You don't have anything. You don't have anything. You're too busy trying to vague post. You're not specific because you were baby birding your information. You see, this is what it looks like whenever you get your information and you don't actually fact check any of the shit that you say. You're an idiot. You just hear the information and then you repeat it and follow the narrative instead of coming to your own conclusion using your own logical thinking skills. Use your critical thinking skills, gather information from both sides, and then maybe one day you'll actually come to a better conclusion than whenever the hell this is. You can't even be specific because you don't even know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about, and you're so damn vague that nobody else knows what you're talking about because you don't even, you didn't fact check yourself. You sitting here saying Nick Shirley is about as fake as no new wars promise. I pull up a literal video of Trump saying he was going to bomb the shit out of the IRGC, and it completely stumps you to the point where you have to sit here and vague post because you never even fact checked any of the information that you're trying to spew out. The narrative of sitting here and just vague posting, bullying, it's over with. You can't bully Americans into corners anymore and keep them separated. You know why? Because when we get attacked by terrorists, we come closer together. That's why in the Boston bombings and in 9/11, you saw a bunch of people run away from the buildings and the bombs, and then you saw them go back and start wrapping people's fucking legs up. It doesn't work, terrorist scum. Get used to the fact that it won't work. Get used to it. You tried multiple times to incite fear. It doesn't work. You know why? Because we're goddamn Americans. That's why. That's right. Red wave. I'm too American to vote Democrat. Let's get back to Nick Shirley and keep giving him the credibility he deserves. Shall we? By the way, stick around. I'm here every single day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time, doing the exact same thing every single day, showing my proud patriotism and love for America and my country and my fellow countrymen and anybody that wants to come here and assimilate with American culture.
Actually.
Not change it, assimilate with it. Oh, W100 from Steve. Check out the Discord. We have a Discord. Check out the jewels. I don't think the jewels are working anymore. YouTube's been trying to cut me pretty deep with viewership. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that YouTube consistently continues to fuck me. So if you guys have the ability to give jewels, it helps out with viewerships. But if you don't, I would just donate. If you just donate to the stream or the videos, or you use your hypes on videos, it will get the more viewership. But at this point, it seems like even the jewels have completely fucked me. So if you guys have jewels, you can use them. I absolutely I would love that. But if you don't bother trying to buy the jewels, if you just donate to the stream, or you check out the membership, or you give channel memberships, that will also help out the channel as well. It seems like YouTube just has a vendetta against me because of their biased bullshit. So, like I said, even if I'm down to one person viewing a day, I'm still going to be here. So I'm not going anywhere. I look forward to watching a lot of people lose their jobs that try to suppress freedom of speech, because that's effectively what's going on here. I mean, like, let's be honest, guys. Like, I'm honest and transparent, and I'm going to remain honest and transparent. And that's just who I am. That's what happens when you don't have anything to hide and you don't have a narrative to push that you don't know anything about. So, W2 Jules.
Shout out
W.
Where are we going? Oh, wait. Just juked them out. Look, it's another walking down.
W Disco for 250 Jules.
I'm walking.
This isn't remotely political.
Is this where we're going?
Yeah, we're going to knock all these down here if you guys want to show us.
All right, fire.
Over all this stuff. So we got a contractor here, buckets of paint.
Are any store? Where are the store owners?
They've given us approval. We speak with them in the weeks leading up prior. If you guys want to help us paint, we got extra brushes.
W with the Disco Cat, 800 Jules. W, by the way, my normal stream hours are 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. But since it's, I usually I start at the same time every Saturday and Sunday, but I always make the streams longer on Saturday and Sunday. Okay? So I'm definitely going to be here a little later today. So, W chat like always. Y'all are always bangers, man. Y'all always show up. Y'all always hit like on a stream. Y'all always hyping up in the chat. Yo, W chat. Y'all are beasts, man.
We got extra buckets if you guys want to help.
Oh, damn. 550 Jules from Kevin.
So
W Kevin.
From the store owners of these locations right here to actually paint and go over their garages here, right?
Yep. We're just trying to paint and clean up the community, and people are out here protesting that. I don't know how you could.
Absolutely delusional.
At least put on some better music. You guys want to?
All right, but we do gotta start painting, so we gotta figure out how to get them out of here. We got a Patriot right here. They need showers, not brushes. Pat Gill, my membership to the gym. Shout out to NYPD. How's NYPD? Has NYPD been cooperative with you?
They've been very cooperative.
W 250 Jules from Kevin. W 250 Jules from
resolution to this as well. Some of the people they've arrested on this corridor have been in and out of jail 15 to 20 times. So we've got nothing but respect for NYPD, and they've come out here to protect and safeguard when we're just trying to clean up the community. The fact that people make this political is beyond me. Look at this. Look at this.
So you can see that NYPD is like fed up with these people.
Damn, guys, done. All right, W1000 Jules. Damn, Kevin's going hog wild in the chat, man. Damn, 1,000 Jules for the goat statue. W Kevin, bro.
Not just the fraudsters, but also like the protesters, because they show absolutely no respect to.
And look at these guys right here. I mean, I've offered them if they want to come out here and paint with us, they can. You know, and who are they like protecting and standing up for? If their argument is this.
W $10, keep up the good work. W $10 by. Yo, W $10. Hell yeah, bro. W chat, man. They hooking it up. Syndicate. W Syndicate. W Syndicate, bro. They killing it today, bro. Try me a who is this guy? Hold on. Who is this guy? Oh, another dono. Hold on. Okay. Blah blah blah. Cry me a river and slow as fuck because guess what? It's Sunday. Goalpost movers. That's all y'all do. Goalpost movers. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I can do two things at once. I run my job, so people work on Sundays, weirdo. Touch grass, so I work on Sundays. I don't even leave your damn house, weirdo. Get a real damn... I was a firefighter. I saved people's lives. I went into burning buildings. I made $65K a year. I've done CPR on babies. I've went to schools dressed in bunker gear to help children not be scared of the fire department. What have you done for your community? Have you done anything for your community? I went to college for my job. What have you done for your community? Answer me that question. By the way, I'm not on welfare. Like, so we make the same amount. Great, just talking to you weirdo, your weirdos. Woohoo, who is this guy? Well, no, hold on, wait a minute. I'm not done yet, man. Like, you think that I'm just gonna... Hold on.
Because there's immigrants
Hold on,
on this
wait,
corridor.
hold on, Nick Shirley, give me a second. Hold on. You come in here and you immediately start talking shit based on an assumption. And what? Like, you come in, be combative with chat, and for what? Like, what exactly are you, what do you want about? I have a problem with the system because I made $65K a year and I wasn't able to afford a house. You know why I couldn't afford a house? Well, I mean, we only talk about it every day here. Like, what? No, nothing, like... And what? Can you afford a house now? Hey, your people started with me. You're literally talking shit based on assumptions. Yeah, I'm giving you the feedback that you gave chat. Because whenever you come in here and you immediately start with, you, sir, are an idiot, big fucking surprise, chat's going to attack your stupid ass. That's what happens whenever you start with, you, sir, are an idiot. That's the first comment you've ever made on this channel. What did you think? I'm not even going based on assumptions. I'm using your own logic against you. Touch grass, so I work Sundays, join the army, you want to be a patriot. Go fuck yourself. You're a schizo. And we're going to use good old-fashioned democracy to get you out of here. Because that's what we do here, baby. We don't have to lie and cheat. We just point out your stupidity and send you on your way like a good little boy. That's just how it is here, man. Because you are an idiot. Yeah, you see, all you can do is attack. All you can do is attack the messenger, not the message. Why don't you insult or go after any of the conversations that I brought up? Why don't you talk about any of the topics that I brought up? You know why? Because the minute that you start talking about the topics that you know I'm right about, your bullshit falls apart and you look like an idiot. So who's the real idiot here? The person that can't come to terms with the fact that he's wrong about something? Or somebody that's willing to bring you up, talk to you, even after you start in bad faith by calling me an idiot. You started this conversation by calling me an idiot, and I guarantee you didn't even realize that I could see your entire chat history. You started in bad faith. I approached you in good faith, and you still left with bad. You leaded with bad faith again. You know why? You know why that is? It's because your arguments are so flawed. You don't even know how to back your own arguments. That's why. You heard them from somewhere, or you took it and ran. And you know what? That's your own fault. That's your own fault. It's not mine. It's not chat's. It's yours. It's your own fault. And now You're banned out of chat for it. So make sure you have a good day, have a great life, and go get some help. It looks like you need some help, man. Go get help. Seriously. Wait, hold on. There we go. W$2, W$2. Trolls motive U.S. to vote Republican. Motive used to vote Republican? Oh, W sent LOL by Kevin again. W Kevin, man. Kevin is killing it, bro. W chat.
The immigrants they're referring to are breaking laws. Most first and second generation immigrants are law-abiding, patriotic.
That's right.
They pay taxes.
That's right.
If they had a good argument about those folks and said, hey, we want people here who are value producing and not breaking laws, they'd have an argument, but it's just insane that you'd be out.
Just like that guy that I just banned. Just like that guy I just banned. They don't even have an argument. They just want to threaten you. They want to bully you. They want to separate us as Americans. It doesn't work.
Here trying to protest on behalf of people that are breaking the social contract. It's beyond me.
W2
Beyond
Jules
me.
from Trump Bunny. W Trump Bunny.
We got the line going.
W2 Jules 100 from Stephen Bundy. W Stephen.
But it's gonna take down the stream, so we gotta get it out of here. Yeah, let's get a photo.
Who cares?
What are we on here? Photo. What's up?
I identify as an illegal alien immigrant. Does that mean I get to start my own fraudulent business and make millions of dollars?
There we go.
There we go. Thanks, brother.
Thank you very much. Coming out here.
Hey, it's part of my life right here. I'm here every
Damn the stream.
To
There we go.
clean up the graffiti here. If this is about protesters, they're here for the wrong reason because we're just trying to make the city a little bit.
Yeah, why
cleaner.
don't you protest the graffiti? Why don't you pick up a paintbrush and start painting over the graffiti? You have so many hands here that could help restore this country to its beautiful state, but no. We want to sit here and protest the stupidest shit.
That's all we're out here today to do.
Feels like they just
W to 10 joule.
Why shouldn't they want
coin
us
for
here?
10
We're just trying
joules.
to make the city a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah,
Like,
W
You
Trump.
guys were just
W
talking about
Trump.
immigrants before, and I don't know how.
He was saying.
If you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream, check out channel membership, check out them donations, bro. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. W chat.
If they're
Check
here
out
for
Discord
immigrants,
as
it's a whole
well.
different
Yeah,
thing.
Discord being ran by Sticks and Rachel. Sticks and Rachel.
We're out here to make the city cleaner. Like, this has nothing to do with immigrants, Walter.
I kind of like the ring of that. Emperor Trump.
I mean,
That's got a nice ring to it, bro.
But has it not been true?
The people that were
They just
convicted
found
of the
$90 million
fraud,
fraud.
That investigation play and calling for Trump to send in state violence.
And have we ever called for that?
Okay.
No.
You've never called.
We have never
Yeah,
called
exactly.
for that. Have we?
You've never called for that. I mean, Minnesota was a fucking war zone because
I exposed fraud?
sensationalized it. If there could have
Has
just
it not
been
been
an
true?
investigation.
Has it not been true?
You know,
That fraud happened?
If Nick Shirley didn't uncover any fraud, then why did Tim Walz not run for re-election?
Has it not been true?
the people that were
They just
convicted
found
of the
$90 million fraud.
That investigation started under Biden.
Well, I was going base
people getting
taste, W base
convicted-
The new
taste.
stuff? No.
That was part of the
Like,
same
the fraud has
investigation.
been going on for
They
so
were
long.
part of the
that
same.
fraud has been going on for so long, and then
This
I go and make a
investigation
YouTube video, and
started under Biden.
then it goes and shows that they're blatantly.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Just because you investigated, just because you discovered a prison around the corner doesn't mean that you hold on, wait. Just because you uncovered a drug racketeering scheme doesn't mean that you actually uncovered it. How dare you make that assumption?
committing
How
fraud in
dare?
front of the public. Like, that had nothing
I know,
to
it's
do.
amazing.
How
what-
dare you use what's supposed to be protected in your constitution, freedom of the press, which, by the way, they're trying to ban in California, to uncover a bunch of fraudulent daycares, hospices, and a transportation fraud. How dare you? How dare you do that? Like, obviously they already knew about it. They were just choosing not to fucking enforce the law, but that's okay. That's why Nick Shirley published it on X and then published it on YouTube. And that's the reason why the FBI went and broke down this door to the beautiful Leering Center and put those people in jail. So,
when you have the DOJ, on your side and everything.
No one was on my side. That was just common sense to go and show.
Send in the DOJ.
I never sent in anyone.
I
simply went and made a
He
YouTube
does.
video.
Nick Shirley needs a medal. He absolutely needs a medal.
In a
what a medical plaza was.
Walter, those are all fraudulent.
You didn't know what a medical plaza was.
You don't know what fraud looks like, apparently.
You don't know what a medical
Bro.
was a medical plaza that was committing fraud.
A medical
there you go.
plaza.
A medical plaza committing fraud. They just found two people who
stand. Remember the part when you walked into a medical plaza?
I love how even after the convictions of this fraud, they still are just so freaking gone. Their brains just don't, like, they can comprehend it, but they just want to ignore it.
Understand
and look at how many protesters are even here, bro. This isn't even a classroom full of people. There's less than like 50 people here. Like, dude,
they're all exactly.
What are we even doing, bro?
Fraud. That was the purpose. They're all committing fraud.
All the people in the medical plaza.
Walter, do you not know how much fraud is taking place inside there?
Do you not know what a medical plaza looks like?
I know what a medical plaza looks like.
I know what a medical plaza. I remember if you walked in and you're like,
I love how this jackass is stuck on the medical plaza thing. Who the fuck cares if it's a medical plaza? The thing is that it led to fraud convictions. Hello? It was still fraud. It doesn't matter what he called it. He could have called it a goddamn mall. At the end of the day, the bitch still got, like, dude, what? What is this? Oh, technically, the hospital that you got shut down for housing the terrorists, it wasn't a hospital. It was a doctor's office. The fuck does it matter? Jesus,
absolutely
man.
Nothing. That's the difference.
No, they weren't.
They were doing absolutely nothing. Walter, it's
Bro can't even argue the actual message of the freaking fraud. He's got him. This is so stupid, man.
No, you
just found
oh my
over $90
god,
million
these people
fraud.
are stupid. We're gonna finish this video tomorrow. Well, actually, we might not even be able to finish it tomorrow. We'll most likely end up watching more of it tomorrow. So we'll pick up on where we left off here. I want to cover the riots that are going on all over the country that legacy media is being paid to stay out of. Let's go ahead and
farmers. But
oh wait, no, this isn't.
Yes, your store gets looted and bus gets burned because the EBT class can't contain themselves after seeing a ball get through a net the size of a bus. As even back on May 7th, when their team won the semifinals, they saw a bit of a riot. So the day of the finals between PSG and Arsenal, high-end stores were forced to board up, cancelling all commerce because they can't trust their cops to maintain order. As Arsenal lost in a shocking 1-1.
Check out Decoy, Decoy on YouTube. Check out Decoy. Decoy is awesome. I'm gonna give you all the link to his channel. To any newcomers here. Boom!
Game that went to PKs. Even before that, at halftime, they were already destroying public transport.
Man.
Now, initially, the police tried to...
There's nothing worse than hearing a bunch of crybaby bitches destroy that destroy property, that sit there and cry like a bunch of 2-year-olds because they have to pay so much in taxes. You know why you have to pay so much in goddamn taxes? That's the reason why right there.
Even arresting some of the bad actors.
Who do you think repairs this? You think it just magically pops up overnight? Like the clothing fairy, dude? Come on.
But being surrounded by angry soccer fans, some of the detained were able to escape. Until the French police started spraying anybody getting even remotely close to their arrest attempts.
That is crazy.
Now, CL Press is doing a great job reporting on the mobs, but this roughly translates to tensions between the police and the ticketless supporters, as anytime the media makes a new euphemism, avoiding identifying them as the EBT tribes of unemployed behavior, it kinda makes it worse, as ticketless...
Well, I mean, like, you could say that it's for soccer or actual football, but at the end of the day, they would have done this regardless. Like, if this mass group was together for anything else, they would be doing the same thing.
Just suggest
it's an excuse to destroy public and private property.
If they could only afford admittance, they wouldn't be burning and looting the city. But since they're just being woefully ignorant, ticketless will now mean something entirely different. As do they mean without tickets of admission to the soccer match?
How's it going,
or
Wicked West?
France in
Wicked
general,
West.
as nobody can safely drive in a city occupied by those without tickets. And what started as small fires of electric bikes became large fires of whatever lithium gas is now poisoning their skies. But you can't escape it, as these soccer fans have now blocked the freeways. As just outside the Eiffel Tower, they're now burning parked cars. Now this World War I memorial normally looks like this, but bizarrely, asking Google's AI about it has them explaining this riot away as just AI generated. So not only is the media trying to classify a riot as kids without tickets, their AI would want you to believe riots at this scale are impossible. Don't be fooled by your own eyes. As well into the evening, eventually, French police were forced to flee.
There's a shitload of benefit to the war in Iran. You know what we're doing with the war in Iran? We're killing a bunch of terrorists that have killed a bunch of Americans and American citizens and soldiers over the past 47 years. We're also, if we can effectively eliminate the IRGC, we will be responsible for the entire Middle East's destabilization from the proxy terrorism to collapse. We will make the entire Middle East prosper.
Only returning with some heavy-duty cannons of tear gas.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Now it didn't stop the fires and roadblocks from the
That's right. Trump is awesome.
ticketless, as again the average citizen was on their own.
I do wish one thing that Trump had more of: aggression. I want him to be more aggressive with the Iran war. I don't want to deal with the IRGC. The IRGC need to be completely eliminated from occupying Iran. We need to go after every single terrorist organization. And while we're at it, we need to be aggressively going through every single house in America and deporting as many illegals and locking up as many criminals as we can, as fast as we can.
Where the mobs destroyed.
If you have a government if you have a state that doesn't want to abide by that, use the Insurrection Act and mandate it.
From a random person's car.
That's due process for you right there.
Now it's hard to determine if this specific incident was even from today's riot, as other people are trying to pass off riot footage from other parts of Europe, but I honestly don't know what's worse, if this footage is from tonight, or from one of the many other times the ticketless tore down France. As this isn't AI, the riots actually look like a scene from Harry Potter, firing fireworks directly into the police.
By the way, anybody in chat that's advocating for Israel, I want the chatters that pop in here every day to keep in mind that just because they're anti-Israel does not mean that they are pro-American. There are lots of people out there that are very much so anti-American and anti-Israel, and they are trying everything they can to split America from Israel or split any foreign country that we have as a I I wouldn't say peace, but as a I can't even think of the fucking name right now, but you know where I'm going with this. It not necessarily Israel either. It has to do with the peace around the world. They're trying to alienate America from just about everybody they can. So just because they are anti-Israel does not mean that they are pro-American. And I want you guys to keep that in mind anytime y'all see some bullshit about Israel as well. I don't give a fuck about Israel. I could care less about them. They do their own thing over there. And that's their problem. I think that we should have been bombing Iran way before Israel even, like, did anything. I don't really give a shit about Israel. But at the end of the day, where there is a country of people that are screaming death to America, death to Western culture, killing American soldiers and citizens on the daily, it's long overdue for America to bring death to them. And that's kind of what we did with the Ayatollah and their entire administration, so that's what you get.
And eventually, the coppers had to charge right into these ticketless idiots. But how much you wanna bet that they didn't actually arrest the main attackers, as they couldn't even save the French Foot Locker from being looted. Where well into the night, France looks completely unrecognizable, all because a soccer game.
You do realize that by saying that, you could get sued by the government? Like, you guys running around here spitting out misinformation and false accusations, like, you do realize that you could catch a lawsuit from the federal government, right? Okay. And if they start hurting Americans and killing Americans, we'll bomb the fuck out of Israel too. They haven't done that now, have they? If you're saying, like, Israel runs the United States government, you're setting yourself up to be kind of like, you know, not only a possible lawsuit, but, you know, just saying, it's a form of fucking, oh my God. Not slander. I keep wanting to say slander, but it's not slander. It's defamation. I love America. I've been a Republican my whole life. Trump is the worst thing. That Trump's telling them to stop. Do you see them stopping? Yeah, they did. They did stop. They did stop. Israel stopped bombing Hezbollah. But you know what shouldn't happen? Israel shouldn't be expected not to continue bombing people that killed 2,000 of their own people and took hostage 400 more people in the Gaza Strip. What do you expect? Yeah, they're going to defend themselves. That's what you do. That would be like if we started a war with Mexico and they had Hezbollah soldiers in Canada that were attacking America. And Israel was calling the shots. You think for a second if Canada kept attacking us that we wouldn't fight back? Hell no, we'd bomb the shit out of them. Regardless of what Israel said. Like,
this
mindset is just broken, bro. It's broken. And if you don't think that Trump is doing good things in America, you're lying. You're literally lying. You're lying. He said what he was going to do to Iran. He said this when he was running.
And what's the message?
He said this.
Don't.
You're lying.
As President Biden said, just don't.
Exactly. One word.
This is when he was running up against Kamala Harris.
Pretty straightforward.
I'm gonna bomb the shit out of them.
You're lying, guy.
I don't care.
You're lying.
I don't care.
You're lying. Everybody knows you're lying. Nobody's falling for this. Nobody. You didn't vote for Trump a single time. I doubt you're even Republican. You're trying to spin a narrative, and it's failing because you're talking to the one person on YouTube that streams that probably will check you. Like, come on, man. Oh, you voted for him 3 times, so you voted for him knowing full well he said he was going to bomb the shit out of Iran. He said it. He ran for it, too. So you're lying. You're either lying or you don't know shit. Like, dude, come on. I'm not Gen Z. I'm a millennial, dude. I'm 31. I've had a whole life. I was a school bus driver at one point. I worked for the United States Postal Service. I was a dedicated firefighter. I've done the mile, man. Like I don't care. I don't care the reason behind the fact that we bombed the shit out of Iran. The thing is they genocided 45,000 people. They've been killing American citizens and American soldiers for decades now. They had it coming. They got what was coming to them. They got what was coming to them. They screamed death to America and Western culture and actively went out and killed Americans and American soldiers. They got what was coming to them. That's it, bro. Not as high as when Bush was in office. I don't know if any of y'all were even around for that time, but whenever Bush was in office, gas was almost $6 a gallon. This ain't shit compared to that. Even back then, that was insane. And if you apply inflation, that's almost $10 a gallon. What y'all even talking about, bro? What y'all even talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, another person that just wants to abide by what everyone is saying and doesn't know shit about the topic. Because you got your information from one person and ran with it. At least know what you're talking about, bro. Seriously.
He is reporting of the riots, writing, PSG fans were tear-gassed in police clashes. Almost seems like they were conveniently ignoring why they were being tear-gassed, but why report on the actual story when you can just repeat their police bad narrative? As France 24 reported, dozens arrested at clashes on PSG victory night, writing they needed 22,000 coppers across
You know
France.
what I see whenever I see Iran? I see a bunch of people that lost their friends and family to a genocidal government. That's what I see. I see the death of Americans and American soldiers all over the Middle East, the destabilization of the Middle East through proxy terrorism that is backed by Iran openly. They had it coming. You fuck around long enough, you're gonna find out.
As they shut down traffic to minimize disturbances, eventually admitting 79 detained, but just
I didn't see a single person, not a damn person, going against Iran whenever they were out there mowing people down, riding around like it was the purge on quad bikes and four-wheelers. I didn't see a single fucking person, not even legacy media, trying to sit there and stand on their high horse golden shit throne talking about how it's bad. No. You just want to sit there and complain about Israel because you never had any good faith intentions to begin with. Don't talk to me about moral high ground and what our government's doing. I want Trump to bomb the fuck out of the IRGC, blow these people into bits and make the glass, make the sand they were standing on glass. That's all they deserve when you go around and you kill 45,000 people and kill American soldiers and American people over the course of 47 years. That's what you get. That's what you get.
Half of them were taken into custody.
You wanted a fucking war and you got one, bitch. And now you don't even have a damn navy. Your shit's at the bottom of the ocean where it belongs, making sure that the fish have coral reefs. Trump is an environmentalist to boot. W Trump for all the coral reefs that are down there now.
Damaged 6 vehicles, 2 businesses, and 1 police. Looks like they
Get the hell up
completely
out of
lost
here with these
control
idiots
of
that don't even know what the hell they're talking about, bruh.
City over a soccer victory. But if you only read the mainstream media headlines, you'd only think, some kids without tickets got sprayed by the police, so let's just continue defunding them. But the real question is, why has this not only become accepted, but expected behavior in these previously first world nations completely invaded by those without tickets? It even happens over here in America when the Los Angeles Dodgers win it all. So-called Dodger fans decide to loot their shoe stores.
California's cooked. Let's be honest, California's cooked, bro. Like,
set fire to their public transit system. And coincidentally, when the Los Angeles Lakers win their championship, again the fans destroy their own buses and loot their local Starbucks. How has this become humanity's common tongue? That if your favorite sports ball team wins a ring, their fans get to burn their buses and get free Snickers, when honestly it doesn't have to be this way. As when the classy Boston Celtics won it all, sure their fans met en masse to celebrate, but the worst they did was climb some traffic lights. And even at their championship day parade, surrounded by over 1 million fans, they all seemed to politely listen to the laws, miraculously refraining from burning or looting their city. This honestly should be studied, but absolutely zero mainstream journalists would dare dive into.
California, dude, I love that. I'm gonna call California California now. Oh my god, bro, what a California! No shot. And you know what's sad? He's right, because they're trying to pass the Stop Nick Shirley Act, which violates the First Amendment, violates freedom of the press. Like,
believe anybody
dude,
burning down or
California,
looting their own city.
bro, you need to stick around up in here. You need to stick around like infidel, man. You funny. That's funny. That's
because
hilarious.
Their favorite team is winning should get locked up practically forever. Since if you lack the amount of impulse control to say presents Donald Trump, and people are freaking out about it.
I'm grateful, I'm honored, I'm pleasured to introduce the 45th and 47th
4547, so
President Donald J. Trump.
I can't play that apparently. But this was really nothing. Gives him a small hug. Not really a big deal. Sports players meet the president all the time. It's be like, oh, how can we talk politics with?
We might have to watch this tomorrow. I kind of want to bring up Fox News and look on that. So we'll have more of the Nick Shirley video tomorrow, and then we'll also have this video tomorrow as well. I kind of want to look at Fox News and see what's going on right now. I see that this really happened. We have anti-IS protests. Legacy's finally stepping in. Took them long enough. We're gonna watch that tomorrow. I promise, guys. Just if you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. I'm here every single day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. If you missed the stream, don't worry about it. The streams are always up unless YouTube decides to biasly ban me again for something that I can't control. Please stick around. We're here every day. Check out those donos. Check out those gifteds. Check out the channel membership. Check out the jewels. Check out the, just the straight up money donations. Everything helps. I'm not Asmongold. The goal is to be as financially stable as Asmongold. You know what I'm saying? Be able to send my money to an investor, and hopefully they invest it wisely for me. That's the goal. So that way I don't have to worry about it, I ain't gotta sit here and do this shit every day like this. I mean, I'm still gonna stream, but I'm not gonna have to worry about being demonetized.
Protesters raging out of control, tensions boiling over outside the New Jersey Detention Center as Democratic Governor Mikey Sherrill backs their cause and refuses to point blame. Watch.
New Jersey law enforcement established a peaceful, protected protest zone in the area outside Delaney Hall. We know that people from outside the state have been interfering in the protests and escalating them. National extremist groups have become involved in the protest here today.
I kind of got to give this person some credit. I do. I want to dislike this person, but I understand what she's saying. What she's saying is that there was an established zone for peaceful protesting, and they sent over their dickhead radicals that caused a bunch of problems at the protest from outside of the state. And you know what? I think she's probably the only one that's absolutely right, too. I think she's 100% right.
Out of state to create chaos and dangerous situations. You should not be here. You know, I don't recall seeing any violence from protesters. I'd have to look back.
Our next guest served as the director of removals for ICE in New York State. Tom Feely joins us now. Tom, Governor Sherrill there is literally admitting the loud part out loud in saying that these outside groups are now coming, but they're coming because they're being paid in many cases to support the simply no deportations of any kind, not even for criminal illegal aliens. Do you think that this is all on her?
Good morning. Thanks for having me, Griff. Yeah, somebody might want to get the governor a mirror because these elected officials want to go out there and stoke the flames about laws that have been on the books since 1996 and signed by President Clinton. And, you know, then when it gets out of control, which it always does, we've seen this playbook so many times, they want to point fingers at ICE. And, you know, somebody really needs to get her a mirror.
I know y'all aren't going to want to hear this, but he's right. I am a Texan. Deportation levels aren't even close to what they should be. Muslims are being given H-1B visas, and they are taking over entire states. No Fed help. He's not wrong. He's right. You know how I know? I'm a Texan. You know how else I know? Tyler Oliveira. He covered it. He's right. Now, with this statement, he's right. I want to see more deportations. I want to see these H-1B visas stopped. And it's not Muslims specifically. It's also Indians as well. Not Native Americans, Indians. They're also doing it. Immigration law is federal, but yes, Abbott is endorsed by who? Trump. Trump's going to endorse whoever he feels like is on his side. I'm not a big fan of Greg Abbott because because I covered a big piece of political news, not really political, but it was a disaster where an entire children's, it was like a girls' camp was washed away by a flood because they didn't have any sirens to warn them. I voiced very much so my hatred towards Greg Abbott whenever he was down there saying that nothing was going to happen to any of the people that decided that they weren't going to put warning sirens down for that camp. And now there were a lot of people that died in that camp. I think Greg Abbott does need to go. I've been saying that for a hot minute now. I've been saying that since early last year whenever it happened. I don't like that man. Don't like him one bit. You're on the right track. We're going to keep you here. We'll see where your conversations go.
Because her and the mayor up there are responsible for these actions.
Tom, you are the former director of ICE removals in New York State. I want to address the root cause. So these politicians, and it's not just Governor Mikey Sherrill, it's also Governor Senator Cory Booker and Andy Kim and a handful of members of Congress. They are saying that the conditions are so deplorable in there. Talk to me, because I've been inside ICE detention centers. Talk to me about the standards of ICE detention centers.
ICE has the highest.
And you're absolutely right, Stay 42. That's exactly what's been happening in this country. That's exactly what's been happening in this country.
Detention standards in this country. The number one important thing for ICE is the care.
You know why it's been happening to us? It's because we're not allowing immigrants to come here. We're allowing ourselves to be colonized because we're a bunch of cucks. And the cuck machine has finally woken up to it. That's what's going on here. It's happening all over the world. It's happening to Japan. We looked at that. It's happening to Restore. It's happening with Restore Britain, Rupert Lowe. It's happening with where else? It's happening in the Unite the Kingdom protest in the UN or UK. It's everywhere. Everybody knows what's going on here, and they're waking up to it.
Removal of ICE detainees in our custody. I know all the employees. I know the managers. We have a new ICE director in David Venturella, who's very professional. He's an expert in this area. We take it very seriously. And for these complaints and whatnot to be thrown out there like they're true, I can tell you, having done this for 30 years myself, many of the complaints
They
you're
all
seeing.
love Trump. They do. So whenever I was covering the Unite the Kingdom protest over in, I think it was either the UK or the UN, I saw a lot of Trump hats, saw a lot of American flags, well, some American flags, not too many. Saw a lot of Trump pins. It like, Trump started the domino effect that is going to change the world, and not because everyone's racist. It's because everyone's eyes are opening up to the fact that they're being colonized. They are.
We are unfounded. Everything is investigated.
When you pop up a church next to a, when you pop up a religious church next to a neighborhood, and you have loudspeakers blasting sirens at 3 a.m. for prayer, it's time for you to go. Okay? And you know why they do that? They do that so that way you sell your house and someone else buys it. That's why they do that. It's a way to force you out of the area.
ICE is probably the only entity in the United States that does detention that is constantly inspected by other government organizations, NGO groups. I mean, ICE really is, specifically ERO, they are the experts in detention.
And I want to address one more claim that really, I think, is unfounded, and that is Senator Andy Kim was talking about these detainees are not getting due process. Others have said that. But yet, when I talk to my ICE sources, they say every one of these individuals have gotten their day in immigration court, have gotten due process. What say you?
Well, just because you don't like the result of your case doesn't mean you didn't get due process. And I can 100% say, again, having done this for 30 years, every alien gets due process under the current law that was established in 1996.
Tom Feely, former director of ICE removals in New York. Tom, thank you for your insight. It's so important to bring facts to what we're seeing play out day after day now at Delaney. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks for having me. And ICE, we support you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube.
Overrun it, dude. Like, and they're so aggressive too.
And joining us also from the White House now is the National Economic Council Director, Kevin Hassett. Welcome back to the show. Good to have you.
Thanks, Shannon. Great to be here.
Okay, so you know how people are feeling. Our polling shows it from Fox News and beyond. So let's talk about how we sum up the recent data. Politico says this: inflation is running hotter than at any point since Trump's return to office. The economy grew much more slowly through the first 3 months of this year than previously assumed. Measures of personal income are falling, and consumer sentiment has plummeted below even the historic lows recorded during the pandemic and post-COVID-19 inflation surge. I want to work through some of those things individually, but first off, the overall vibe. When can you tell Americans things are actually going to get better?
Right. Well, first of all, it's absolutely true that energy prices are high, and that affects the top line consumer price index and PC.
Yo.
something that the Fed looks at. But if you dig down and look at what's happening to everything else, then you're not seeing a lot of feed through from the high energy prices to everything else. And so right now, if you go to the Cleveland Fed, they have a real-time estimate of what inflation is going to be right now this month, and they're saying that core is going to be 0.23, which is just about the Fed's target, and literally half of what it was most of the time under Joe Biden. And so for sure, there's a short-term disruption with energy prices, but core inflation isn't taking off, and that's the history of what we've seen before, which is why, in fact, at the Fed they look at core, not top line, because they know that energy prices tend to bop up and down. The next thing is the incomes, real incomes, are
people that gauge or
almost right. Let's go about 300 nautical miles per day, and so when you leave the Straits, then you can get to Pakistan almost right away.
Problem for them.
This is for your families, major, minor. I want to point this out. Even though this is a Fox News poll, I want y'all to remember that most of these polls are going to be biased in some way, shape, or form. It may be more than 51%. It may be less than 51%. It may be more or less, okay? And that goes for any poll that any of these big media sites do, these legacy media sites. Be very skeptical of the poll, okay? Because you're going to have, like, for example, Fox probably... I don't know what the hell happened there. Oh, I know what happened. Okay, I know what happened. Sorry about that, guys. I have the 5G and the normal, and what happened is the get this out of here. It automatically connected to the other internet and shut the thing off. My bad. It shouldn't do that again. I was like, wait, where'd the internet go? Why did it stop all of a sudden? It has internet. The other Wi-Fi thing does have internet, but like if OBS is going, it won't switch like that. It won't let you.
Hold on. Things are going to get better. The reality for them is pretty tough. So what's a timeline on improving prices at the pump?
Right. Look, so one of the things that's happening right now, and I'm really glad you asked this question, is that we have ongoing negotiations. There are already a lot more ships getting through the Straits than we're getting through before, and the boats go about 300 nautical miles per day. And so when you leave the Straits, then you can get to Pakistan almost right away, you can get to India almost right away, you can get to Korea, Singapore a little bit faster. But the point is, those are the places where the refineries had losing their jobs. Real incomes are going up. And so those are the kind of things that...
This is boring. Details of illegal immigrant accused of deadly DUI crash. Dude, what is this? Iran's failing mafia state exposed as regime crumbles. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, this is juicy.
Other would just go back and finish it off militarily. But this would go faster. It's probably better on a humane standpoint. There's something nice about it also. Save a lot of lives.
Iran's entire capabilities of attacking have, for the most part, been completely decimated. Even whenever they tried to, break the ceasefire, Trump was like, nah, get that out of here with the drones that got blown up. It's completely obvious that this regime has no more offensive capabilities. It barely has defensive ones. Like, why is he still trying to play game with these guys? They're still so aggressive, even though they have no ability to fight back. It makes no sense to me.
You save a lot of lives. But we're close to a very good deal, and if we can make it good, otherwise we just start up with the Department of War. I would rather get a deal because we can open the strait immediately upon signing.
President Trump reportedly sending Iran a revised peace framework with tougher terms as he reaffirms this deal will ultimately save lives. Our next guest, born and raised in Iran, who fled with her family to the U.S. during the 1979 revolution, Dr. Nazi Moynihan, joins us now. So great to have you this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Why? You know why there's so many laws and then there's still so many people doing the DUIs? It's because the laws aren't being enforced. They're being dropped by these useless schizo judges that shouldn't be judges for moral and ideology reasons. They are taking everything they learned in college to become a judge, and they are throwing that shit out the window for their ideology. We need to start prosecuting these judges. Whenever you have a 5-time convicted DUI person that gets out because they drop the charges, ends up killing somebody, you need to charge that judge with premeditated murder. That's what you need to do.
The Trump administration is faced with something of a kind of a victim of their own success, and that it's kind of hard to tell at the moment who to even negotiate with in Iran.
Well, thank you. Good morning to everyone. Thanks for having me. It is hard to see and figure out who's in charge in Iran, but my hunch is that the IRGC has been increasingly in charge in Iran, whether Mojtaba Khamenei has been in power for the past 3 months or not. It's been increasingly a militarized state, and I think at this point they're calling the shots.
Do those developments make it more likely or less likely that the president will be able to arrive at some kind of peace deal that will be acceptable to the president?
I think in this scenario, I think the president is in charge. You know, he has kept the same posture.
They absolutely should.
Throughout the entire ordeal with Iran, which is you don't have the cards. We will try to hurt you economically, militarily. Your navy's at the bottom of the sea. Those are all facts. You know, we have huge leverage on Iran. There is no reason for us to rush into a deal, let alone a semi-okay deal, maybe a JCPOA 2.0. That's not desirable. I think what he's doing, he's signaling strategic ambivalence or calculated aloofness, whatever it is. You take your time. We're in a position of strength. Come back to us when you're ready.
Obviously, and you know, all dictators around the world calculate this in dealing with American presidents. But you do have.
I think that a peace deal with a group of terrorists that have openly stated that they want revenge for their brain dead Ayatollah that's now jumping over hot coals in hell. I think that there's a good chance that any kind of peace deal that we make with them will only extend the length of Trump's term.
Domestic politics. This is not a terribly popular war. It may be a necessary one, but it's not terribly popular. Obviously, people don't like to see gas prices go up. It is an election year. But do you feel like the pressure there's still more pressure on the IRCG to come up with something than there is for the president to come up with something?
Absolutely. Iran is under extreme pressure. I mean, there is not a match of firepower between the United States, Israel, and Iran. The economies are not matching. You know, the institutions that we have are non-existent in Iran. It's basically a mafia state in charge of the Strait of Hormuz. So I'm not worried about the political landscape in this country. I think the president, he's taking his time, but he's also aware that the midterms are around the corner. But he's betting on the fact that the Americans are willing to suffer a bit of more expensive oil prices for a longer, better deal.
And that's how you deal with that. You know why? Antifa is a designated terrorist organization in the United States.
We want
Congratulations, you just cooked yourself.
Solution to this problem. If we
I didn't
cannot
even see that he
overturn
had
the
said
regime,
that.
the best next option is to have a deal that's ironclad.
Yeah. Well, and of course, you know, it is incumbent upon the president to make the case that this is an America first, part of an America first agenda, especially, you know, considering that many of his supporters and he ran on a campaign of getting out of wars. And obviously, this is one that is, he's making the argument that this is an existential threat. I want to ask you about, I know that you and your family fled Iran in '79, but I'm sure
look, another family member, another person that fled Iran talking about how bad Iran is. I wonder if the country's really that bad. Yes. Yes, it is. It's bad.
still have extended family there.
Jesus,
and you still
You know why?
people
Because not only do they threaten you, they threaten your family too.
who live there.
And they do it. They don't just threaten, they will kill your family.
Living under
They will kill them.
Iran,
Yes,
the
they will.
Iranian dictatorship is a terrible thing under any circumstances. But I would imagine that it's probably gotten even worse over the past 6 months. What do you hear from the people you know back home?
Thanks for asking that question. It's always good to bring the Iranian people in as part of the calculus of what's happening in the Gulf. We shouldn't forget ever that they gave their lives, between 30 to 40,000 people, for wanting the same things we take here in this
W10 Jules.
country for granted. So Iranians are suffering,
salty.
but strangely enough, and it's something that probably
If you're
none
new,
of
you're
us
sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. Don't forget to sub, guys. I'm here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time, doing the exact same thing every single day. We run it obviously a little later today because it's a Saturday and Sunday. I'll usually stream for a little bit longer.
can
So
relate to. They are happier being bombed for the hope that, I don't mean to sound like a warmonger or a hawk, for those Iran watch a democratic Iran ever, that they gave their lives, between 30 to 40,000 people, for wanting the same things we take here in this country for granted. So
let's let that play out again. She's not the only Iranian that I have heard. She is not the only Iranian I've heard say that they're willing to be bombed. She's not the only one.
You still know people who live there. And living under Iran, the Iranian dictatorship is a terrible thing under any circumstances. But I would imagine that it's probably gotten even worse over the past 6 months. What do you hear from the people you know back home?
Thanks for asking that question. It's always good to bring the Iranian people in as part of the calculus of what's happening in the Gulf. We shouldn't forget ever that they gave their lives, between 30 to 40,000 people, for wanting the same things we take here in this country for granted. So Iranians are suffering, but strangely enough, and it's something that probably none of us can relate to, they are happier being bombed for the hope of living under a democratic Iran than for the pressure from U.S. and Israel to stop and having to endure 47 more years of this regime. This is a mafia state that in its core wants to replace and replant the Western civilization with a global Islamic caliphate. We should not forget that. I don't mean to sound like a warmonger or a hawk. For those Iran watchers like me who have observed the Iranian regime for the past 25 years, at its core, we call it a Holocaust.
Watch that scene.
Real quickly, supposedly we've heard that the IRCG has allowed the internet, some internet access to return. Those people that you talk to back home, have you had any actual communication with them in the past couple of weeks?
W Sunshine for 200
I've
jewels
had,
by a
but it's
patriotic booger
very much,
in the other chat.
It comes and goes. The internet is not fully on, unfortunately, for the Iranian people. Of course, since the massacres began, the Iranian elite have been able to use the internet with no problem. There's not much they can say. They know that the regime is observing them and probably listening on their calls. But also from the people who have left Iran to the other countries in order to be able to take a flight out from Armenia or from Turkey, anywhere else, they're saying the economy is really in bad shape. Joblessness is terrible. Medicine is in a shortage. And again, it behooves me how this 80 million people that are against the regime out of the 92, say about 80% to 90% of the people want this regime gone, are so resilient. They're so determined that this is the end of the road for the regime. And they're hoping for this thing to have a great outcome.
Well, Dr. Mournian, thank you so much for your perspective on all this.
Thank you for having me.
The fact that Trump is trying, dude, Just imagine the crushing blow the Iranians are going to get if Trump actually makes a deal with these fucking terrorists, man. I am so angry about that too. The fact that he is trying to make a deal with these people is insane to me.
An illegal migrant is facing multiple charges, including 4 counts of second-degree murder, after authorities say he caused a wrong-way DUI crash on an Oklahoma highway that killed 4 young people.
God damn, bro. Are you kidding me? Bro.
One of those victims was beautiful 20-year-old Kiersey Hickson, a cosmetology student who her family says was deeply rooted in her faith. Kiersey's mom, Regina Hickson, joins me now. Regina, welcome to the show. My heart goes out to you. Before we talk about what happened, tell us about your daughter and who she was.
She was just...
I do. I do have a Rumble. I stream on Rumble, Kick, X, Twitch, YouTube, big and small. I stream on all that every day. So if YouTube ever, decides to shut me down again, you will always find me the next day on one of those platforms. Guaranteed. I will be live the next day on any of those other platforms, and however long it takes for me to get unsuspended.
Beautiful inside and out.
Also, check out Discord. If there is a case where I get suspended, make sure you check the community post page on YouTube. I will publish there what is going on. Or the Discord. Check the Discord.
She was kind. She was adventurous. And she had such big dreams. She wanted to finish cosmetology school and move to Dallas. She wanted to travel. And she just enjoyed spending her time with her friends.
You know,
she loved to ride scooters in downtown Oklahoma City, which is what she was on her way to do that night.
Yeah, Regina, it's very clear from these pictures. She's a stunning, beautiful girl, but what she was inside, I think, is really captured by a journal entry that she put in. She says, Heavenly Father, tonight, this is from her journal entry, Heavenly Father, tonight I come before you with gratitude. Thank you, Lord, for another day. Thank you for the moments of joy, the lessons learned, and the strength you gave me to face challenges. Just a beautiful entry. Said or saw, when did
you know what really kind of irritates me about this mentality that these idiots have succumbed to? They want everybody to capitulate to a narrative that says they need due process to be put out of the country. Yet, in order for them to get into the country, they didn't go through their due process. They didn't go through what it takes to get into the country, yet they're expected to go and be catered to by our laws. If you're an illegal from a foreign country, you shouldn't even be protected under the Constitution, period. You're not a citizen. The Constitution is for American citizens. It's ridiculous to me that we sit here and cater to this while these young adults are getting killed by these illegal trucker immigrants that don't even know how to speak English, yet they're able to drive a semi and put everybody else's life in danger, and they get their ID from these quote-unquote sanctuary cities, which is just, if you really want the short version of it, it's the treason states, because that's what it is, it's treason. When you go against the federal government, it's treason. You should have the Insurrection Act used on your state. They should mobilize the military and sweep every single corner. Put every person that's in the government of that state in jail if they are aiding these illegals in any way, shape, or form, and go through and get them out. I'm tired of watching people that shouldn't be dying because of drivers that shouldn't be driving because they got an ID they shouldn't have from a government that shouldn't be in control. I'm tired of all these shouldn'ts, and what we should do is that. That's what we should be doing.
About a week before she had
It
come
only takes one should to fix all the shouldn'ts. You know what I'm saying?
to the house to grab a few more of her things because she was actually staying in Oklahoma City with her friend Haley that was with her that night. And the last time I spoke to her was that Thursday about 1:15. I had called her and it was her only day off work.
W Salty Zipper.
She said that they were just going to get ready, run some errands, and just hang out. And then it was less than 12 hours later, she was gone.
And the man who killed your daughter, he was here in the country illegally, and he was also under the influence of alcohol. What's your message to America on these two egregious counts?
Whether he was here illegally or not, it could have happened. Anybody could have done this. Drinking and driving it's so bad, and you hear about it all the time, and it just continues. It's a $20, $30 Uber ride.
4 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of DUI, causing great bodily injury, transporting an unopened container, possession of a firearm with an altered identification during the commission of a felony. So he already had a felony. So this guy's already been in trouble. He's already a felon. He's out driving around with an open alcoholic beverage and drunk and somehow still manages to get 4 people killed. Why was this guy even out? Why wasn't he turned over to ICE? They know where he's at. He's a felon. What is this shit?
Could have saved our kids.
Are you in any place of have you thought?
Remember that magical word, guys. Department of Homeland Security. It's a magical little 3. It's 3 words that make a name. The 3 words that make a name that Ilhan Omar is advocating to defund, with her ties back to Minneapolis.
Are you in any place of have you thought about this person who did this to your daughter? Are you thinking about forgiveness? Are you going to do anything?
Remember this truth: all things down in darkness eventually come to the light. Remember this magical reality history. Think about it, y'all. All these folks enslaved the ancestors of their neighbors. Your president has more than 40 felonies. Name a single group of people in America whose actions have been more egregious than you. So, you want to bring up history. I hate to break it to you, but any religion and any race of people, there's a history of brutal war, brutal religious wars, brutal skin wars, or let me rephrase that, color wars based on skin color, brutal wars in general. Every religion, every race, every country, every single person in this world has a descendant, is descendant from that. Even the Indians, the Native Americans. You know what happened with the Native Americans? The white man gave them smallpox on clothing, the plague on clothing, and you know what those Native Americans did? They gave it to their rivals and killed them all. They used biological warfare to fuck their enemies. This narrative of how dare you have any amount of whatever you want to call patriotism because of something that you weren't even a part of that happened long before you were ever alive. This narrative is stupid. It's brain dead. It's illogical. No one cares. I never owned a slave. My grandparents never owned a slave. My great-grandparents never owned slaves. My great-great-great-grandparents never owned a slave. You know why? Because my bloodline's been poor as fuck. I would have been a slave. This whole slavery bullshit narrative for trying to make people that weren't even a part of it and continue to bring down society as a whole because you feel like you deserve free money and you don't have to work for everything you earn. Shit don't work, man. That's why the country running blood red. That's why it's red, Republican red to the core. It's falling apart. I didn't ever in my life own a slave. Why the fuck should I be paying for anything, something I didn't do? Hello? You know what you get? You didn't get sent back to Africa or wherever you're from. That's what you get. You get to stay in one of the freest countries in the world. Congratulations. You can work hard, bust your ass, and actually make something of yourself in one of the best countries in the world. Be grateful you're here. Because in Africa or wherever you're from, the reason why you're not there is probably because your own people captured you and sold you as a slave. That's probably why you're here. If you're a descendant of a slave. Hate to break it to you, but history proves me right. And you know why? You know why you're descendant, you ended up in America if you were a slave? It's because a war happened and a lot of people died and you got captured, or your original bloodline got captured and sent over here. Like, you know who else was slaves? I hate to break it to you. You know who else was slaves? Poor people. Poor people were also slaves. You think poor people deserve reparations? Poor people were slaves too. Keep trying to go with your whole segregation and race narrative. It's never going to work anymore. Those days are over. Poor people were slaves. Asians were slaves. Black people were slaves. White people were slaves. Everyone has a descendant of a slave somewhere, somehow. You know why? Because it wasn't just skin color that made you a slave. Stop trying to make everything about race. Should they be... Why should we? You didn't do it. America enforced it and incentivized the system to exploit them. I hate to break it to you. Slaves have been bought and sold for literal centuries. Slavery was not invented by white people. It has been happening for centuries. Look at the Mayans. The Mayans did it. There's literally a movie that depicts them using slaves that they had conquered, people that they had conquered, as sacrifices to the gods. It's been happening for centuries, thousands of years. And if you feel like in this day and age, you're being disenfranchised, you're crazy. You're trying to push a narrative. Why should, if the ancestors owned slaves, why should the current people pay reparations for something their ancestors did, period? Regardless of if you were a slave or if your family is descendant of a slave owner. If you want to go based on that logic, then why should we be forced to pay for something we didn't do? No different than y'all. Why can't we just be equal? But no, they got to force these DEI woke programs to disenfranchise white people, specifically white males, and bring back racism, just like what they were trying to do with that segregation bullshit with the redistricting. And I think it was like, I don't even remember what state it was. And their own Supreme Court for the state denied it, and they still tried to blame Trump. Get up out of here, man. Y'all's days of doing this are over. They're just done. They're done, bro. Just lying. Just lying. I love how that's the go-to. Instead of being honest and moving forward in a way that isn't just pretending. What are you even on about? Y'all keep lying to get away with your crimes. I didn't do anything, bro. Bye. You're an idiot. What a dumbass.
You know, to bring more awareness.
Crimes. Bro, I'm 31 years old and I haven't done a damn thing in my entire life. I've grown up poor, getting fucked by the system that's supposed to be helping me. Fuck off.
About drunk.
Instead of trying to make everything race-based because you're a racist piece of shit, why don't you try and solve the poor problem we have? You know? Like making sure the people that actually need the fucking money, it goes to them. Instead of trying to bring your stupid ass race bullshit into every fucking goddamn thing and making this country 100 times more worse than what it needs to be.
Driving, what do you
piece
want?
Of shit.
Where do you go
racist.
from here?
I would love to eventually be able to work to bring more awareness to it.
They can kiss my ass. I ain't got no white guilt. You know why? Because I've been dirt poor my whole fucking life. I expected the systems to get me away from my abusive mother. You know what they did whenever they saw the bruises on my fucking legs? They let me stay. They'll talk to me about race. Shut the fuck up with that. Oh, well, all the black people, I don't give a fuck what skin color they are. What do they do to get themselves put in jail, retard? That's what matters. Oh, what, he killed 5 people? Fuck him, put him in the chair. Dude, it's so sickening.
Because
just trying to get a fucking handout, man. Suck it up.
Should have to go through this.
No.
As far as him, I just pray that he never steps foot out of prison. I pray that he is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and that you were able to get justice.
Less than 100 years. When was the last slave released from slavery in America? 1865.
The last enslaved people in the U.S. were freed on June 19, 1865, in Galveston, Texas, commemorated as Juneteenth. This followed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, but the 13th Amendment, ratified in December 1865, officially ended slavery nationwide.
That was 161 years ago. Get the fuck over it. We don't have slavery in America. Get over it. That means that your great, 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 great grandfather might have been affected by that. Get the fuck out of here.
For our babies.
The only people that are dumbasses are the ones that think that people should get a handout from something that happened 161 years ago.
Do you have confidence that will happen, Regina?
I do. And eventually, God calls us to forgive as he forgave us. So I pray one day I'm able to forgive him, but today's not that day.
Yeah, I totally understand. Regina, we're praying for you, for your family. We're praying for justice, which should be part of this, of course. And we just want you to know that our heart goes out to you. This should never, ever have happened on any level. And may your beautiful daughter rest in peace. God bless you.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch.
That's crazy. People sitting there trying to be like, well, we need money nowadays because of something that happened 161 years ago. Bro in here saying, oh, well, it happened less than 100 years ago. Bro, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. What a schizo. Get out of here. Regime is just combobulated, seeing, You know what? Let's watch that decoy voice video. Yeah, we got plenty of time. Let's watch that decoy voice video. Moments before chaos erupts. Where's that decoy voice video? I want to watch that. Is it this? Is it decoy or was it decaf decoy? It was decaf decoy, wasn't it? I don't think I'm subbed to that one. Decaf decoy. And it will watch maybe a did I even spell that right? It will watch maybe a body cam after. Hey, here we go.
New York Giants quarterback presents Donald Trump, and people are freaking out about it.
Grateful, I'm honored, I'm pleasured to introduce the 45th and 47th
4547, so
President Donald J. Trump.
This was a
watch Shohei Ohtani hit dingers. You're there to detach from reality. Not to be like, oh, how can we bring a struggle session to talking about New York Giants football? They're insane.
No, obviously this was a unique opportunity. There's probably going to be questions that involve off the field topics.
Why do you have to explain yourself? If it was Obama, you wouldn't have to say a damn thing.
And for that,
I'm voting for Spencer Pratt, 100%.
And I hope I can
W.
answer
Spencer Pratt.
many of those questions that y'all may have. And I ask that you can talk about football after that. And
exactly.
You got something to say? You got something to say? I certainly hope you're not about to roach out and show who the coward really is. You got something to say, guy? 916 on Northern? You got something to say, guy? Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. That's crazy. Bro just rolled up in here calling people cowards and stuff. That's crazy. So do you have... I mean, obviously he's not here because he's a coward, right? I mean, surely he's not going to stick around, right? I mean, he's obviously a coward. Like, let's be honest here. And it seems like he's the coward, huh? Why there's so many people trying to throw shade, man? That's crazy. Bro dropped in, left a single thing, and then roached out like the coward he is. That's crazy. Bro didn't even stick around to get confronted, huh? Grow up in here trying to project, man. He's trying to project on other people. Man, oh man, go look yourself in the mirror. Oh, they're unhappy. They could be unhappy. They'll suck it up eventually. That's right. If you got a group of people that hate you, you're doing the right thing. You're damn straight. That's why they're trying to silence you. They're trying to bully you. That's all they got, man. That's all they got. All they got left is their words to bully people. That's all they got. And you know what? They're losing that too. They're losing that. That's what you get.
We can understand and respect that from each other.
Yeah, here's the thing: is like, sports is like escape reality.
No, obviously this was a unique opportunity. Being asked and given the opportunity to introduce.
No, I gotta give them reactions. You know why? Because the more that you source these people out, you find them and you show to people that are too scared to speak out, you show them that you can be brave. You don't have to be scared of these bozos, because that's all they are. Just a bunch of bozos that are probably being paid to bot a bunch of channels because all they have is propaganda pushing. Their entire financial institution is crumbling. Trump's cutting off all the money to the sanctuary cities if he hasn't already done that. The Iran war is completely being decimated financially and militarily, to be quite frank. There are people that are coming forward, whistleblowers that are roaching out on multi-billion-dollar companies that are funding protests all over America. It's over, dude. Like, it's done. It's over for them. Their days of bullying and keeping Americans separated is over. And you better goddamn well best believe they're going to bottleneck right here, and I'm going to pull them front and center. You want to keep us separated? Well, we're going to look at the harasser, and we're going to look at him front and center and see what they have to say for themselves. I'm holding them accountable where nobody else will. And I'm also making money and content off of it, too. Fuck them.
Of the United States.
Exactly. Not the Republican, not the Democrat.
If you got counter talking points about anything I'm covering, by all means, please. I want to know. I want the actual truth. But when you come in here and insult any of my chatters or me, brother, you just entered the Thunderdome. Congratulations. You just got naturally selected.
The MAGA leader, just the president of the U.S.
I know you don't know what accountability is, but you about to find the fuck out.
Honor, guys.
My thinking was pretty simple, in the fact of
like this dumb fuck right here.
I've always loved this country. I have extended family members who have fought in wars. I have two uncles who
have
retired from the Air Force Academy and served themselves. And I even have a great-grandfather who served as Secretary of Treasury at some point. So the president position has always been...
Oh, he's done. I didn't just block him, I reported him.
Chief.
I reported him to
position
you.
that I've well respected,
I didn't just
regardless
block
of
him.
Political affiliation, regardless of political party, and my intentions were.
And he's here not because he's a political debater, because he has all this knowledge
mental health.
politics
Stay
and
safe
what
out there, man.
Trump has done with his fiscal policies, or if he's a fascist. He's here because he throws a football well and can read the defense. Why do we need to take any political opinions from him whatsoever? The same way if he was the biggest Kamala Harris supporter ever, he's not going to change my opinion on if I think Kamala Harris is trash. Why do people see him supporting Trump? Because he has a very different life experience than them. Why do they melt down? But it's because of the liberal consensus thinking, they cannot think what they want to think unless the entire room agrees with them. And any time that it makes them question
That's funny. Yeah, they don't like Trump in Europe because of hands off. They don't want America to get Greenland.
beliefs, they
That's funny.
freak out because maybe they're wrong and they can't accept that.
Or just that. I also understand in this world, politics can be a sensitive matter, a sensitive topic.
It doesn't have to be. If you're wigging the fuck out and you're going schizo over politics, they need to grab you and throw you in a padded cell. And if you out there advocating for death and violence of political opponents, you need to be put into a box, into a nice little padded box where you can be served a meal 3 times a day of pills, wrapped in a padded white vest where you can rock back and forth and, think about whatever it is you think about on a daily basis. If you ask somebody a question about a political conversation, you should not be doing that in fear of somebody threatening you or attacking you. If you walk outside your door or you put a Trump sign in your yard, you shouldn't have any fear of them trying to run over the Trump sign or trying to attack you in public for wearing a Trump hat. It's ridiculous.
Understand that I am the quarterback of the New York Giants, and that involves a lot of responsibility. It's under a limelight, under a microscope.
Be a leader.
There's a lot that comes with that, and it's been something that I've embraced. I've loved being here. I've loved the city of New York. I love the city of New Jersey, the people that I've met here.
It's crazy because places like Reddit or social media in general will think the state of New York is just New York City, Manhattan. It's all very, very deep blue. It's like there's a lot of conservatives there still, but it's like, no, the entire state is going to be diverse. Who would have thunk it?
It's just been a really
He's not apologizing.
Amazing experience, and there's not another place that I'd rather be. Most importantly, the people in this organization, my teammates, the staff, coaches, everybody that has a hand. Jose, you name it. I've loved making relationships with them and growing connections, and that's the kind of person that I am. I'm a connector. I love making relationships with people. I love hearing everybody's stories. And
this isn't a good speech, but he's there to be a quarterback, he's not running for office.
And most importantly, I can honestly say that I love every single one of my brothers, my teammates on this team.
I think it's disgusting he even has to make this speech.
Politics, regardless of beliefs, regardless of anything.
I know this guy ain't up in my comments saying that slavery is anything like segregation. Hold on. I know this dude ain't in my comments saying that he thinks that segregation is like actual fucking slavery. Hold on. Wait a minute. You're banned because you're just stupid. Where's that other guy at? I love how there's an idiot in my comments saying stupid shit that has an avatar of Diddy. That's so weird, bro. I have had segregation less than 100 years ago, and that's the same as them being slaves. So having a colored fountain is the same thing as having your fucking teeth ripped out of your fucking mouth and given to a white person? That's the same fucking thing. Being fucking eaten by dogs alive, that's the same thing as segregation. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. What a fucking idiot. Fuck out of here, you're an idiot. Jesus Christ. What an absolute fucking moron.
I love
and isn't it sad that he went up there and he expressed his Christian beliefs?
Holy
He'd probably
shit.
be having to make the same type of explain yourself
God
video.
damn, what an
where he
idiot,
expressed
bro.
his Muslim
Holy
beliefs.
shit.
I don't think anybody would bat the eye
guy's
at it,
cooked.
especially if a lot of their beliefs would overlap in the terms of the most conservative aspects of their religion, having feelings against
was you
what is
mocking
the
them?
predominant
No, there's
left-wing
no way,
progressive
bro.
ideology
Was
currently.
you mocking them?
I'm talking about a certain alphabet community.
Was you?
It's not
Were you
because one
mocking
of them's
them?
right and one of them's wrong. They kind of overlap, but it's the idea that you can only criticize
Oh
something
shit!
if
Hold on.
it's
Wait a minute. Hold on.
considered white
Were you?
by the public.
I was mocking a quote.
and they know
and
exactly
Nick
what kind of
Blunt
person
and-
that I
Oh,
am.
dude. Okay.
Who
My
comes
bad,
into
bro.
the facility
My bad,
every
Stay.
day
My
and,
bad, bro. I
always,
misread that. I did not give you.
laid
I
out
didn't
on
even
that
give
line
you
for
a
my guy.
chance to answer that. I'm so sorry, bro. My bad. Where's this guy at? Where the hell is this guy? They are rampant today, bro. They are everywhere. American nuclear, that's freaking weird. A profile picture of Diddy is weird. Dude, it's fucking weird, right? My bad, dude. My bad, Stay. Diddy does need to go to jail. No, you good, bro. My bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Where the hell is this guy at? Yo, W chat for telling me that. Oh, wait, message is clear. Read the last line. Where's he at? Did we ban him? Is he gone? Oil up or shut up, bro. I can't with this profile. It kind of hurts me that I banned him. I'm not even gonna lie. Bro, the memes. The memes, bro.
Guys, each and every week, and you know, it's from the connections that we build, the love that we have for each other.
Okay, so he had to explain himself, but then actually not this one, other people came out to speak out against him. It's seemingly like the same event too.
So first off, I want to say that some things are bigger than football, and this is one of those things. Jackson is one of our leaders. He's the face of our franchise. He not only represents himself and what he does, but he represents all of us, and that goes for anybody who wears a Giants uniform. But if he
We got somebody up in here calling me a 7th grader. That's crazy, man. Did you get that far in your 7th grade? What do we got here? 14th minute, little boy. What's the first line of the Constitution? You want to talk about the first line of the Constitution? What about freedom of the press? What about what California's doing, trying to pass the Stop Nick Shirley Act? No. You don't get to use the Constitution as a means to sit here and do schizo shit. Whenever you're sitting here saying that it's okay for what California's doing with freedom of the press. No. You don't get to use the Constitution. See, it's null and void now. Or unless you're too stupid to go and read that. Do you know anything about the Stop Nick Shirley Act? Maybe you should Google that. Did you get that in the 7th grade class yet? 14th Amendment? Like, you want to talk about the amendments? What about that? Do you know anything about that? How they're trying to censor the press civilly in California? What about that? Trump suing the press is free. Trump suing the press because they're falsifying information. And you know what happens whenever Trump sues the press? They do a retraction. A retraction is when you do a formal apology and say that what you stated was bullshit. That's what happens whenever you push defamation. You get sued. And guess what? Trump won multiple times. Yeah, that's what you get. It's called enforcement. It's called punishing people who want to manipulate the system. It's not that he sued them. He won the lawsuits. So you want to compare them editing the BBC announcement of Trump, that they edited to make it seem like he encouraged the January 6th insurrection, that Trump is suing them for, by the way, suing them for $10 million. Actually, I think it was more than that. I think it's like 10 bill. To a independent journalist that has nothing to do with the government until he got famous, that went to California and uncovered a bunch of fraud. Bro, what are we gonna do with this idiot, guys? This guy is obviously completely cooked. He doesn't want to use any actual logic. We're just gonna, oh damn, bro, looking it up. W10 Joules, W10 Joules, W10 Joules by the GFF TV. W10 Joules by, same W for the 3 gold coins. And we also, oh, wait, no, bring it back. No. I don't know what the oh, wait, right here. Nope, that's not it. You know what? Let's start the poll and I'll try to find it. I wonder, is it 10 bill? Hold on. How much is Trump suing the BBC for? It's 5 billion. He's suing it for 10 billion.
He's seeking $5 billion for defamation and another $5 billion for unfair trade practices, stemming from a Panorama documentary that edited one of his January 6, 2021 speeches. For legal advice, consult a
There you go. There you go. W2 Joules. W2 Joules for the star from Danielle. W Daniel. Y'all are awesome, by the way. W chat. Chats. Oh! Sent the gift by Megabytes in the chat. W Megabytes. Where's he at? Is Wasson leaving us? Mega God, you dimwit, lied. Where's that at? This guy is cooked. We're gonna go ahead and ban him. We banning him anyway. Impol, we banning him. Where'd he go? Mega God, Loki. Listen to what this says. You know what? It doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Look here. I have this in a playlist just for you. If your little brain can't comprehend why you're getting banned,
who didn't believe we went to the moon. So I said, what kind of evidence? There was a guy who didn't believe we went to the moon. So I said, what kind of evidence would convince you? He said, images of the landing site of the Apollo missions. So I said, okay, here's a website where we sent an orbiter to the moon so that it was close enough, because ground-based telescopes, they don't have the resolution to see the landing sites. But if you get close enough to the moon, you can. It photographed the entire surface of the moon, and there were the landing sites, and you saw the rover tracks and the base for the lunar module, and that night he went home and found it. Then he came back and says, well, NASA could have faked that. Well, I'm done with you. We have no more to talk about because he's not ready to be convinced.
You're not here to be convinced.
If you resist,
you're here to push a narrative that backfired on you, and now you're banned. Hide user from channel. I just pulled up the amalgamation of AI saying why Trump was suing the shit out of the BBC, and that's just not good enough for you. You know why it's not good enough? Because you don't want to hear information. You're here to spin a narrative. You're going to ignore facts and logic to spin your narrative. And we don't have any more to talk about. We just don't. We're done. We're done here. We're going to move on from that.
If he chooses to align himself with a man like President Trump, it's my responsibility.
You're either dumb or you're being paid to push the narrative. I mean, let's be honest.
On what I believe and what I stand on.
Your responsibility, what position is he? The linebacker? What is he? Your responsibility is to take care of the football in whatever facet that you are. Like, chat, what position does he play? That's your responsibility. Nobody watches the Giants to say, you know what? Let me get my political virtues and values.
I think that's stupid. I'm sorry, but if you want fraud in your country gone, hire a fraudster. What better way to catch a bunch of fraudsters than to hire somebody who's committed fraud? He knows the game, baby. I don't give a shit. Dude, like, I don't care. what they do in their personal life. If they're running the country good, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
From these guys,
I
because
don't give a shit. You run the country, you run it for the betterment of your fellow countrymen. I don't care. Bro, you could be a convict sitting there, your life sentence in jail. But if you change in policies that better American lives, congratulations, Mr. President.
obviously, if you know how to carry a football, you know how to carry the country.
Are bigger than football, and this is one of those things. Jackson is one of our leaders. He's the face of our franchise. He not only represents himself and what he does, but he represents all of us, and that goes for anybody who wears a Giants uniform. But if he chooses to align himself with a man like President Trump, it's my responsibility.
So what are you gonna do? Hold on. So what are you gonna do if somebody like J.D. Vance gets into office? Would you actually? You know what? J.D. Vance also he didn't cheat, did he? I don't think he did. Let's say that Trump's no longer in office and J.D. Vance is in office and he's going to be pushing the exact same. He's going to be more aggressive than Trump. He's not in the Epstein files. He never cheated on his wife. Then what? I don't give a fuck about Trump. I like what he stands for. I don't care about Trump. Trump is a means to an end. J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio could be doing the same thing. Pete Hegseth could be doing the same thing. For all I fucking care. I don't care who's running it. Let the bitch run. You acting like, oh, the truth hurts. I don't give a shit. Fuck Trump. I could care less who's running the country. We bombing a bunch of terrorists in Iran? Fuck yeah, let's go. W president. We making it easy. We doing things that need to get done in the country, like this mass deportation of immigrants. Illegal immigrants. W. We taking away money to all this freaking fraud going on in every state. W Donald Trump. I mean, W president. I don't care. Think I care, man? What are y'all gonna do whenever he's no longer president? What are y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna bitch and complain about? Then what? Zionism is also an ideology that rejects the body. Dude, I don't give a fuck about your religion. I don't give a fuck about religion. I could care less. I'm sorry, I've been through too much hell in my life to kneel to no man, to no damn person, period. You can take your fucking bullshit that you're pulling out of whatever freaking religious thing you're doing here and fly it up the road, just like you guys that tried to cherry pick out of the Constitution and tell us what our own Constitution said. It won't work here. I don't care about religion. I care about my fellow countrymen. You have anything else? I mean, you think that you're the only person that I've ever talked to on this platform that has run this gauntlet. I don't care. Nobody here cares. You know what they care about? They care about the fact that Trump is doing what he can to fix the country in the Middle East. That's what they care about. And you'll never understand that. Because it's not what you want to hear. Care about my ideology? What's my ideology? My countrymen? Yeah, I care about my countrymen. You care about nothing beyond that. What a weirdo. You're a schizo, man. Go get help. Go get help.
Ability based on what I believe and what I stand on. To not only show my teammates that I'm against that, but to show the world.
I'm against that. So this is what he's afraid. I think he's afraid. I think he's afraid of being aligned with Jackson because, as you saw in the other video, he later on was seen dapping him up. They're teammates. They're trying to win a championship. They're trying to get the max contract that possible. They're buddies. And here's the thing is, I don't think that they based a lot of what they do on politics. They're football players for a reason because they gotta have a passion and like an obsession with the game. So they probably don't have too much time to be seeing why Kamala would be better for the economy than Donald Trump. But the idea is this apology isn't necessarily for him or the Giants. It's so he doesn't get drugged down with Jackson. It's almost like kind of like self-preservation, which kind of seems cowardly now. I mean,
not even worth the headache, dude. It's not even worth the headache.
Again,
to address that shit.
You just want to win football games. You don't want all this stuff to be a distraction.
And that doesn't mean that we have to spread hate. It doesn't mean that me and Jackson hate each other or we have beef. I sit next to Jackson every day. Every team meeting, we close, we talk. You know, as long as we make sure we got the same goal as a team and our goals align.
Then why are you even saying this in the first place? It's because you're terrified of the mob.
And I feel like that's all that matters. So I just want to move past this and yeah, that's it. So first off,
if you wanted to move past it, you wouldn't even make a point. Now, everybody's digging up on the stuff that he had done earlier, where it's like, oh yeah, being charged with simple assault at a preliminary hearing. I think he got something with like him smoking pot outside his dorm in college or whatever. And it's like,
see this guy over here.
Again, doesn't matter if he has charges or he's innocent or he's just been the model citizen inside the football organizations he's been part of. I don't need my politics from a football player. And the idea that you demand your football player to adhere to what you believe is well, or else you can't think it because you can't parse information from it's true filter. It has to be through a will everybody be okay with me if I think this filter. I don't care about your opinion either. It's just this thing of like, how can I be a part of the groupthink, and how can I never step out of line because I dare not say or think anything that the masses would come for me for? But then you got James Winston,
W10 Jules from the GFF TV.
At this point in time in his career, making probably a better statement.
One thing, like you see FIFA World Cup over there, I think one thing like we're going to quickly understand is like we got people coming from all nationalities, religions, perspective that's coming into this city. Right?
That's the thing. That's why I don't demand. I forgot what the Abdul guy, or whatever. I don't demand they have the same opinion as me because I have my political. I very much like a hawk on crime and law and order. I get my beliefs from living.
FBA. What is even the FBA? What is that? What is the FBA?
FBA most commonly means Fulfillment by Amazon, an e-commerce service. It allows third-party sellers to store products in Amazon's facilities, and Amazon handles packing, shipping, and customer service. However, FBA can also stand for other things depending on the context.
I don't even know what all that shit is. There's so many different things that go with
LA. And seeing how Prop 47, 57, and 64 destroyed a community. A literal paradise that I love.
Ah, that's funny. That's clever. Sir, I'm going to have to inform you that you have the right to remain retarded. So, you go on and do your thing. Thanks for the $2, though.
Is now a third world hellhole that looks like Elysium. I get my politics from that experience. I don't demand you have my same experience, or else I can't support the team. I'm not a Giants fan, but just the idea that I don't need you to reinforce my beliefs so I can have my beliefs. If otherwise, I'd be a coward. And him saying, "Hey, we're gonna be different. It's okay, we're different. Let's enjoy some football."
That we represent. Are we just gonna get mad and say, "Oh my God, why are these people from there coming over here? They taking all the parking spots. They doing all this stuff."
Some of my best friends have been black. I've dated black ladies. Okay, like I don't have any problem with any race. I don't see race as a problem at all. What I see is a victim mentality that's being ingrained into a group of people because of race, because of their skin color. Oh, you deserve these things because you're black. No, you got to work hard like everybody else in this. Every single person that is born in this country has the exact same ability to go out and make something of themselves like everybody else, regardless of race or ethnicity or religion. It's ridiculous.
Are we going to embrace the diversity that sport brings us?
The second that you start seeing skin color as the problem is the second that you should look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, are you the racist one? There are a lot of racist people out there, sure, but there are a lot more people that aren't. There are a lot of people that would just as easily give you a $20 bill if you asked for money, that regardless of your skin color. If you were down on your luck and you walked around and you asked for money, I guarantee you there'd be a lot of people that would probably give you the same amount of money regardless of what skin color you are. It's ridiculous.
Diversity. Everybody says they don't want diversity of color. I'm sorry, they want diversity.
And the thing is that they don't give you money. It's not because it's your skin color. It's because they don't want to give a homeless person money. Okay? The second you take out skin color from all the problems we have in this country is the second and the day that we are able to start fixing the economic, the political, and the corrosive shit that has been plaguing this country for decades. It's not about your skin color. It's about why, when you go to the store, you used to be able to get like 3 baskets of groceries for $300, but now when you go to the store, 5 items is $300. It's not, it has nothing, last time I checked, money doesn't have a choice. It doesn't have a preference. But how it's put in your hands, that should matter.
Color, not diversity of thought. So if you're an Asian chaplain,
if you working yourself to the bone at an Amazon facility for $16 an hour and you getting $600 a paycheck, you got a fucking problem in your country.
The immigrants in detainment.
It ain't had nothing to do with your skin color.
Again, they're not the party of love and acceptance. They're the party of violently bashing you into compliance.
Are we going to embrace the platform that we going to get to cheer, celebrate, or cry?
Exactly. You know what the difference between African American is and Asian American, Indian American, Native American? You know what the difference is? One word. I don't give a shit if you're African American or Asian American or Indian American or Native American or I don't care. You know what's in each one of those? American. And the sooner we stop getting at each other's throats, the sooner we can fix this damn country together as equals, the way it should be, the way it is before the DEI programs.
Have a kick with our buddy.
I forget. Is Jameis Winston the crab legs guy? I forget.
Have a tough conversation with our sister about what's going on in this country right now, or what's going on in the world right now. I think that's what is bigger than that.
I was a firefighter. I put out fires. I had insanely good credit. I put out fires for a living. I did CPR on people. I saved people's lives. I couldn't afford a house. I couldn't afford a house and a child and a car to get me back and forth to work that I had to drive 47 minutes for. That's the problem. Same thing with teachers, same thing with police officers, same thing with any of these blue-collar jobs, period.
And I think this team is going to benefit.
So it's like, I don't need to get my political values. This is what I was already thinking.
If you work a job, bro, you ain't supposed to be getting paid in stickers. That shit's supposed to be able to pay for your living. I can't stand this mentality. Oh, we'll go, you got to get a job. I got a job. Oh, that's so good. You got a job. Great. Does that job pay your bills? No. What the fuck is the point? If you ain't able to pay rent with that job, why even have it? Bro, you're not supposed to just get a job and get a fucking job. You got to pay shit. It's got to be able to pay for your bills.
Accept them or whatever. He doesn't solidify my opinion or break my opinion or change my opinion being the crab leg guy. It's just sad that one of the most base guys on the team is the crab leg guy.
From being able to deal with this situation that's been put on us about opinions, circumstances, conditions, and facts, even if they're true, they're still opinions of other people. We know what we represent up here in this building. We know what we get paid to do. But a lot of us are opening our eyes to the influence that we do have on the whole world.
You know why you deserve to go into a store and buy whatever you want? You know why that is? Do you know why it shouldn't be considered a luxury? It should be considered just a human fucking right? Because these companies eat up 12 hours a day of your life. When you get off, you're so exhausted, you pretty much collapse. You know why you shouldn't be forced to walk into a store and worry about how you're going to make it to next week and you should just buy whatever the fuck you want? Because you earned that right. You should be able to go into a store and say, hey man, I need a new TV. Let me just get my new TV. Hey man, I need a console. It's basic human fucking decency. You already work in hell, you live in hell, you might as well have some fun. But no, you work yourself to the bone, you can't even afford rent now. It's no different than whenever you live somewhere for 20 years and now you're getting priced out of the place where you grew up. You can't live here and you can't live where you're at anymore because you can't afford it. Well, you should just move. Go fuck yourself. Why should that person move? Why should they move because the prices in their area are skyrocketing? No. You know what happens when that person moves to another area? The prices in that area go up. When does the cycle end? When does it end?
And that's a beautiful thing.
Wait,
when
what?
You can humble yourself and realize that, man, I got impact. I can really be the change that I desire to see.
Never mind, I got this all wrong. He thinks that he's like, yo, don't tell us to shut up and dribble. We need to use our platform for good. No, it's the opposite, guys.
And that's what I'm encouraging these guys.
Exactly, you say CTE, and it's like, yeah, probably a victim of the sport he plays. I don't have my little figure out here, but I'm a big fan of Conor McGregor. I think what Conor McGregor...
You lose so much time to work. You don't even get to go home and spend it with your family. You don't. Least you can fucking do when you get home from work is not have to worry about feeding yourself because you bought a brand. Who cares? Bro, you should just be able to walk up in that bitch and take it off. Don't steal. That's not what I'm advocating for. That's why, it is ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that you even have to sit here and have this conversation about, well, it's because you bought a name brand. Who cares? Who cares if you bought name brand or not? Why isn't everything name brand? It's because everything's going up. What happens if the name brand goes up? What do you think's going to happen to the store brand? That bitch's going to go up too. Now what? Now you're paying the same price you would have paid for the name brand, only you're paying for a more shitty version of that name brand. When does it end? Well, now we're gonna have to go with the name brand, the store's store brand, right? So now you've got the name brand, which is double the original price. You've got the store brand, that is half the original price of the name brand, and then you've got the store price of which was the original store brand price. The cycle rinses and repeats, doesn't it? Now you living in Ohio, having to drive all the way to Texas just to go to your job because you got priced out of the area, damn near touching the other the fucking sea, and you're having to drive all the way to Texas to go to your job, and for what? Like, come on.
Well, Ireland is a good thing, but again, Conor McGregor, Manny Pacquiao, amazing athletes, but their mental capacity probably isn't what it was before they took all those subconcussive hits over the decades they've been in their career. But again, the idea that they're angry at him for meeting with the president, I've said this before. I don't like the idea that Joe Biden got in office, took away the Asian lawsuits against the Ivy League schools for using affirmative action to discriminate on us trying to apply for colleges, and then he invites BTS, the K-pop supergroup, to be there. That wasn't stopping Asian hate. This was just pandering. But also, I'm not going to blame BTS, where I think the only guy was this guy, Rap Monster. He's the only one that spoke English at the time. If you're a Korean pop group and the president of the United States invites you to come to the White House, I don't expect them to be well-versed if we think Biden is a potato, if he's a fascist, if he's
what would most likely help? If they made it illegal for companies to charge above a certain percentage of what it costs to make the product. So if you make the product for $2, after everything, if you make the product for $2 and America passes a law that says that you can't charge more than 30% of the product's made value. That's what would fix this. If they made a laws where they can't charge you more than 20% of your income, that would fix this. It could be fixed so easily, but they're not going to do it. And they're not going to do it because these corporations are lining our politicians' pockets with billions of dollars.
Democrat or a liberal, I just think they should see, oh my God, like, I got invited to the White House. Like, if I got invited to the, to meet the president of Ireland, or to meet the president of Thailand, most of us here wouldn't even know, are they a Democrat? Are they conservative? Are they a war criminal? Like, we wouldn't, it's not our responsibility as a pop sensation to know what's going on politically in other countries. So you just go there and do it. The idea that Jackson Dart pretty much said that exact same thing, where it's like, oh yeah, I got the honor of meeting the commander-in-chief. Like, people in chat were saying, the Giants probably aren't winning the Super Bowl anytime soon, so they're probably not going to get to go to the White House. This was his opportunity to do it. Why is everybody freaking out about it? But Donald Trump seems to have his back.
Well, first of all, I wish I looked just like Jackson. This is a guy, I said, is he a male model or what? He's a handsome guy, like a beautiful guy, and a conservative guy. He said, I love you, sir. So
I've talked about this in the past with Hassan sitting there advocating for theft. Let me tell you what theft brings to a community. Steal from these companies, they are stealing from you. First off, they're being allowed to penny pinch you because we don't have laws or law enforcement officers that are willing to enforce the law. Stealing from a store is going to get that store shut down. Stealing from a store shows how little you care about your community. You know what's going to happen to that store? That store's going to get shut down, and then they're going to make a fully automated store that's going to replace where it was at, that has plexi bulletproof glass that you won't be able to enter the store. And it'll be completely automated, which means that not only will you get the people that work there, their jobs will be toast. Their jobs will be gone. But when it comes up with a new store, there will be no jobs in that store other than the maintenance person that will probably be there once a month to make sure everything's functioning. That's low IQ. Advocating for theft in stores is stupid. It's completely brain dead and there's no actual thought, rhyme, or reason to it. You know, Granny that has to drive 45 minutes to get her insulin now is because some jackass kept stealing out of the CVS, and the CVS got shut down. All the people that work there are now jobless. Congratulations, you fucked your community. Do you understand how stupid and dim-witted this mentality is? Did you actually even think about what you're advocating for prior to this? No, you don't. You don't think about it because you're just sitting here trying to insult people. That's all you have. And now you're banned. You're banned. Bye-bye. Have fun. Have a good time. Seek help.
when Jackson gets harassed a little bit, he's also loved more because we have more people than they do. And
we've seen this a lot before, like a long time ago. I think the second video I did on Decoy Voice was me covering the football player. The video is like private now. The football player that when I think the Steelers were refusing to stand for the national anthem.
By the way, if you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. I'm here every single day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. We go later on the weekend. Check out the Discord. We do have a Discord. Please stick around. We're here every single day. I am here live streaming every single day, same time, same place, always.
And
please sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. Check out the gift. Check out the membership. Check out that gifted membership. Check out those donos. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Asmongold. I'm not a millionaire. I'm still on the low end of that, so every little bit helps, guys. W chat, by the way, y'all are awesome.
Soldier, he came out and still took a knee for the national anthem. Not technically for the national anthem. He still went out there and put his hand on his heart for the national anthem. He's the only one of the team that did it. And this random ass offensive lineman, his jersey was the most sold jersey for a small period of time because football isn't blue-haired liberal arts college. It's football. Yep. It's where the meritocracy thrives, where capitalism survives, doesn't survive, where capitalism...
People that you think, like people in Los Angeles, wealthy people that I see them all the time, they're hitting me a little bit, and they meet me and they said, sir, I voted for you.
Well, always doing it in private. Always doing it in private. I think Spencer Pratt's even saying some socialists are saying, hey, we support you. We don't want what Karen Bass is doing. But it's true. They said, Yahoo Sports, citing Giants quarterback Jackson Dart, has broken the record for the most NFL jerseys sold in 24 hours. Roughly 277,000 jerseys sold. Comes after President Donald Trump's rally in New York, where, again, just because the press and the media wants you to be scared to think, if you're like Trump, you're a evil MAGA conservative and no one's going to accept you or anything. It's like, no.
Because the only thing they have left is trying to spin the narrative. Nobody that's even remotely, like, not brain rotted thinks that anything the Democrats are going to do is good for the country. Because they're openly advocating for the mass, importation of people that are going to replace Americans. It's over, dude. It's over for them. It's over for this whole narrative, this whole, well, you're not doing what I want, so we're going to call you racist now. It's over. It's done, bro. It's done. Like, okay, so if you like the political segment, I always have a political segment. We start the stream off with gaming, the gaming news, leads into politics, and inevitably leads off with a nice little body cam video. Midwest Safety. Check out Midwest Safety on YouTube. I'm going to be rolling up out of here once we're done with this video, though. Chat, y'all have been fucking awesome today. Y'all always are, though. I don't really ever have problems with chat. Chat's always awesome, yo. Like, Chat. We always got beasts up in chat.
Can I move this?
No. The road's closed.
But that's what I'm saying. And all these residents, there's only one way out.
I understand, but it was advertised.
Yeah.
Bro, Kmart. Damn, bro, Kmart. That is just crazy to think, isn't it? I still, like, sometimes I think about, like, going to Blockbuster with my mom, right? And they would, like, the way they had the videos and stuff all laid out was always so stupid. But, man, was it just nice to walk through there and see all the, like, crazy nut job movies that some of these movie developers would publish. I remember that they had Alien versus Predator because the Blockbuster, the one in Louisiana, was still around, right? There was an Alien versus Predator, and then there was like an Alien versus something another knockoff next to it. It looked so stupid. Yo, like you could go into a Blockbuster and you could have stories for days, man, on some of the stupid movies you would see.
They told me to move my car in here.
Right, but the road is closed and we can't let people out, okay?
Okay, so like I said, I apologize, but I'm not going to move this.
No, you can't. You can't move the cones. The road's closed. 10 serving units at the Patuxent place. I apologize for the inconvenience. I'd be happy to call you a taxi.
Okay, so what's going on here is there's a parade that's blocking her ability to move, right? So she can't get out because there's a parade.
There has to be another way.
Well, don't they usually like post up signs saying that parade is gonna be like blocking off a section or something? I mean, if I'm not like, you can correct me if I'm wrong about this, but don't they like if they're gonna block off or block in people, don't they typically like knock on people's door and inform them, hey, you're not gonna have access to the road for X, Y, and Z amount of time?
I'm not taking a taxi all the way to Virginia. I work in Virginia.
I understand. And I apologize for the inconvenience. But unfortunately,
I don't have to come back.
They put signs up? Yeah, okay. So they do have like time to be informed.
I I need to get out. Like, is there any way you can call somebody?
I can't. Unfortunately, there's several people that I've had to say they can't come out. This is just one of those times where I can't let you out.
I'm not trying to be against nobody's law, but I gotta go.
I understand. I can't have you do that.
But I
Ten, start doing it. Stop. You cannot move this. I'm telling you right now.
I gotta go to work. What do you want me to do? Like, I have to go to
I
work.
know this bitch ain't about to drive through that crowd of people. I know she's not. I know there's no way in hell this bitch is about to drive through that crowd of people.
You cannot get out. I can't help you with that. Please do not disturb this area.
I might have to.
Ma'am.
I'm so
Ma'am,
sorry.
you're going to be placed under arrest. 10 of a vehicle trying to run through the roadblock. It's 2 George Lincoln 4626.
Oh, that's another Renee Good right there. Pop, 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 pop. Done. Problem solved. Right there. Boom. Right there. Done. Completely fucking done. Completely done. Put her in the dirt.
A vehicle trying to run through the roadblock. It's 2 George Lincoln 4626. Stop! Stop!
Bro, motherfucker. Are you kidding me, bro?
Your car. Stop!
Excuse me.
Stop!
Excuse me, y'all.
Whoa! There are fucking... Dude, there's kids right there! What are you doing? What the hell are you doing, lady?
Stop!
Bro! Bro, there's fucking kids in a baby stroller! Why? See, I don't give a flying fuck about this bitch in the BMW, bro. I don't give a shit, dude. Like, oh my god, dude.
We're at 6 now. Stop! Stop!
Oh, what are those guys? Those are first respond, dude. Those are first responders. That's the fire department and the EMTs. That's fire department right there. This guy must be an EMT or a captain. This is fire department. Bro, what?
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Okay. You're under arrest.
Pull that bitch up out of there, man. That little bitch giving you trouble. You grab her by her goddamn ankles, you drag her out that car, man. What the hell you doing? You ain't playing a game with this.
Damn it. Okay, I'm just trying to get to work. I didn't even get to work. Okay, I'm done.
Bro, that is crazy.
Alright, y'all got to record. I'm just trying to get to work. I live in these apartments and there's no other way out. Call my mom!
Bro, and now she gonna call for mommy. Now she wants, dude, what is it with these dumbass fucking people now? The minute they do some stupid shit, they start, I need my mommy. Bro, I would be like, please, I will do whatever you want. Don't call my mother. She will kill me. I am more scared of her than I am of you. I'd be like, please, just look, you can smash my phone. You can call me whatever you want. Give me thousands of hours community service. I don't care. Just keep her out of it, please, for the love of God. My mother would have killed, like, physically. She would have strangled me to death. Are you kidding me? Bro, what is this?
Bro, okay.
These idiots immediately they get in trouble. Oh, call my mommy. I want my mommy.
Relax. Relax.
Yeah, that's a good question. What kind of job is she working? She running around in booty shorts. What the hell you doing as a job, lady? She got a BMW running around in booty shorts saying she can't get an Uber. Could have got an Uber. She could have got an Uber that would have come on the outside of the parade or wherever this is, this festival, that would have gladly picked her up and brought her to her job. You can afford a BMW, but you can't afford an Uber?
10 to Adam 5, secure that vehicle.
You could have called in sick. You could have went out there and had a great day. Now you practically run a cop over, and you even proceed to try and run over a bunch of people. What?
Everything's on camera. Stop.
I don't care.
Whoa.
This is uncomfortable.
Okay.
My mom is right there. Can you just call her?
You're under arrest. Sit.
Like I thought that whenever you try to drive through a parade, you could get charged as a domestic terrorist. I genuinely thought that that's what would happen. I don't know if maybe they changed the law or something, but I thought that there were some pretty heavy repercussions for driving through something like that. If like you're violating the law in any way, shape, or form. I thought you'd get in a lot of trouble.
Turn around, sit on the wall.
I know. I hope this lady sits in jail for a while. She needs to.
Sit on the wall.
So, can I go call my mom?
Do you have any injuries?
What?
Do you have any injuries?
No.
Okay. Stop. Just sit on the wall.
I just need to go to fucking work. Like, that's
Well, you're
hard.
under arrest, so stop.
Bro, where's my phone? Just call my mom. Oh, so you can
What is your mom gonna do with your stupidity? Where, bro? I can't. I mentally can't. I physically and mentally don't have the comprehension skill for this. I just failed my comprehension check on this. Okay, I failed that bitch. This lady makes me upset.
Stop. Relax.
Oh, stop. Stop. Oh, I'm just trying to go to work.
No, that's not even the craziest. So, if your son goes out and gets the mail all the time, I had a neighbor that had a no soliciting sign on his door. He died, unfortunately. Dude, he was a based, bro. He was based before based was good, okay? But he was an older fella, so what do you expect, right? He would answer the door butt-ass naked if you were a solicitor with a gun in his hand and say, if you got 3 seconds to get off my... Like, in Houston, okay? In Houston. And he's had the cops called on him. And the cops are like, you shouldn't have done it. Because the sign is huge, right? And it's on his front door. You have to see it in order to knock. And they tell the solicitors, like, you shouldn't have done it. This is the same guy that walked outside one time whenever there was a police chase in our neighborhood wearing nothing but boxers with a 50 caliber BMG in his a sniper rifle, right? The big cannon gun, the 50 caliber, and the cops look at him and he's like looking at them and he's like, you need help? And they're like, you have a permit for that? And he's like, oh yeah, sure do. Need help? And they're like, they just kind of smile at him and shake their head and they're like, no, please go back indoors. Yo, I've got some crazy stories from that neighbor. He lived like right across the street. It was so funny when he would do shit.
All I'm trying to do is go to work.
Leave it right there. Right there. Are you going to stop and sit?
I'm trying.
Sit. You may sit. You may not stand up. You may sit.
Gosh.
So you can sit.
Is there a key fob?
I don't know. And somebody's live on her phone.
They need to tow this car. That's what they need to do with this car. They need to put this car and lock up just with her. With her too.
5 people coming out of the
Almost
street.
is it hit?
All you had to do was listen to
Bro, they should give her an extra charge just for saying that. They should give her an extra charge just for being a little bitch.
I'm just getting her ID too.
Wasn't gonna hit nobody.
You almost hit 25 people coming out of
Bro, she drove through that crowd like it was nothing. She was inches away from hitting a baby stroller. Dude, like,
all you had to do was listen to me, and you could have left. Instead, you bumped me with your car and then drove down the street.
Bro,
and
she
almost
practically
hit
almost ran your ass over.
16, 15 people.
She should be thanking whenever she prays to at night that she didn't catch some hot ones.
What is wrong with you?
I'm trying to get to work.
Okay, we said you couldn't drive. You could have taken an Uber, but no, you wanted to drive your car out in the middle of the street.
And I told you my circumstances, so...
Your circumstances don't justify your behavior.
Is it a key fob or what?
Yeah, it'd be a key fob for this push to start.
Let's turn it off. I don't see what I did wrong. But...
Maybe a judge can make reason with you.
Okay,
I guarantee you if they pass laws where if you're an arresting officer and you're standing in front of a car and they try to, they push through you like that, and you have the full right to shoot them and kill them. Not now, like if there's multiple cops, let me explain this. If there's multiple cops around a car, the only one that should be allowed to pull their gun and shoot you is the person that is in front of your car. That way you can avoid any crossfire. They should make it like a policy or a procedure for the department that no one can stand directly behind the car. No one should be standing in front of the car. But in the instance of something like this, if somebody proceeds to run you over or push you out of the way with their car, that gives you the lawful right to treat it as deadly force and eliminate the threat, period. Only for the police officer standing in front of the car, not the ones on the sides. That should be like a mandated law.
These cubs, they're uncomfortable.
You're under arrest. You're going to jail.
Okay, stop touching me. Just get off me then. Just stop
Then
touching me.
sit and stop trying to get
off
off.
of
I'm
me.
not getting off of you.
I'm not about to do nothing.
Based on your behavior, I don't
Well,
trust the words coming out of your
Dig.
mouth.
We're here every day. I'm live every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. I'm here every single day. I'm here every day, guys. I'm here every day. I talk about topics that involve me, that I've been through, like personally. I give real world life examples of why I feel the way I do. You know what I'm saying? We keep it real up in here. Most transparent streamer on the platform. Most transparent streamer, okay? That's going to be my #1 pride. You know what I'm saying? I got banned on YouTube for a firearms policy, which, by the way, I didn't do. And I'm on stream the next day showing how much I make on YouTube and my entire collection of firearms. That's what we do here, baby.
All right. Stop doing that.
That's what we do.
Damn.
As more officers arrive on scene, one of them brings new information about the incident possibly being premeditated.
This is a planned thing.
Bro, you took a downgrade? Bro, you went to New York? Oh, man. You just took a downgrade from hell, bro.
Male counterpart.
Bro moved from heaven to hell.
Yeah, Officer Kadiri gave them an option that he would escort them. That was like over an hour ago to get them out of 7th Street. They didn't come out to do it at that time, and she just did all this, so.
So you guys have prior interaction?
Not with her. The male half. I don't know.
It happens, you know, like, I get sticking around an area for your family. Honestly, that's pretty admirable. I can get behind that.
2.5 hours ago.
All right, now for real, can you call my mom?
No, you're an adult. How old are you?
It's not about the age. It's
Thank you.
She's right there.
What's the date of birth here? 96. Okay. Yeah, you're an adult.
I never said I wasn't. I'm just saying she's right there. Like literally right there.
Okay. You're an adult.
Okay.
Stay there. Don't pull away. Don't pull away. We don't need any more of this.
You're fine.
Just be gentle. Like, that's all I'm asking.
I gotta go to the station, do some paperwork, so we're gonna leave you in charge.
Hey, you got something to say? Where the hell's where's my mouse? You got something to say? I hope you're not gonna roach out when I pull you up either. You got something to say, guy? Where'd it go? Y'all know who I'm seeing, right? I know y'all seen it. Who is this? Oh, you ain't got nothing to say. You a cockroach. Get up out of here. You smooshed. Get up out of here.
Be back. They're gonna call it an evening unit, so transport. Hey, since you dealt with boyfriend earlier about the situation, you mind doing a yeah, just give me kind of the rundown on what that was this morning.
Yeah, so basically, I guess he went up to Wagner. He asked him, could he get out?
And that was at 7th and Main?
Right, and Wagner said no. So he came up to me, basically was just like, hey, my girl got to go to work. How can we get out? And stuff. So I was like, hey.
Should have paid attention.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, hey, I'll go talk to the officer. I was like, there's no...
So you mean to tell me that the boyfriend that lives there also came out and talked to them about this? And he had the opportunity to set something up that would allow her to get out without having to deal with this. So you have the signs that are being posted everywhere prior to this event. Then you have the guy that walked up hours earlier before the thing took off, right? And she still waited till the last minute to effectively almost run over a cop and mow down a bunch of pedestrians and children because of what? For what? To go to work?
Get out, but if she comes outside right now, I can escort you up there.
I don't know if there's a single job in America that would want you to show up and continue working there after they hear that you almost ran over a bunch of pedestrians in a parade just to get to work.
With it.
Like, what?
So he was like, perfect. So he went inside, but he never came back out. I guess essentially she came out whenever she was ready and but she was made aware because I spoke to the boyfriend.
How do we know that that's her boyfriend?
We don't, other than him just saying, like, coming out and saying my girlfriend needs to get out.
Hey, real quick, you're not injured, right?
No.
Okay, because we have Fireboard here. They'll check you out.
I'm fine, thank you.
Are you diabetic or anything?
No.
Do you have any conditions that we would need to know about for your safety? Okay.
What if I got a hat, right? and it's a hat that looks like it has like grass on it. What if I like got one of those and I like pick it up every time someone says to touch grass and I touch that? Knowing them, they'd be like, that's not the same.
She ain't gonna make work.
Or I could stream outside one day. I can't do it here, but if I ever actually am able to get a house, I could stream outside, and they like have it set up to where they don't know that I'm outside. And then that way, whenever they're like, you should touch grass, I just like lean the camera to the right and then touch the grass.
No, the barrels is there with the tape person. She pulls up. I said, hey, I'm sorry, the road's closed. She's like, no, I'm not trying to cause an issue, but I'm getting out. And she gets out of her car, rips down the tape. I stand in front of her car. I'm like, stop. Like, you can't go. And
Well, they're entitled because their parents never slapped the fuck out of them whenever they backtalked. Bro, like, whenever, and you know that's what's going on. When you got all these parents that are like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I got something for you. I know that it's supposedly illegal for you to discipline your children. My mom always told me, you can call the police, but you better pray to God that they get here before I get to you. That's what my mom told me. She said, you can call the police. Go and call the police. You better hope they get here before what's going to happen is done. Mm-hmm.
She just pushes me out of the way, goes tearing down the street. I'm running after her car.
W100 for 2
So we get her out of the car after
W
that. Just people don't
state.
care about themselves. We talked to the fire department. Anybody that's down there, if there's any witness information for the use of force, can we get witness information?
Can you put your feet down?
Hey man, let's start to Charlie 3.
You're getting in this car right here.
Charlie 3.
Cold, guy. May I have shoes before I go?
Are there shoes in that car?
Bro, you did that in front of a based cop. That's what's up. It's not illegal in all states. It's only illegal in the pussy states. You know what I'm saying? So like, you just gotta know the laws in your state when it comes to disciplining your kid. My mom would beat the hell out of me in the truck. She wouldn't care. My mom would only have to look at me in a store or a place where she'd look at me. She'd give me the look, and she'd be like, "Wait till we get to the truck." And I'm like, "Oh no!" And I knew the minute that we got to that truck, I was done, bro. I knew it. I knew I was done. I'd be on my best behavior after that. I'd be like, "Hey, mommy, you do want me to do this? Get this for you?" I kid you not, bro.
Do you have anything in your pockets? Hang on. Just gonna reach across me.
This suspect, 28-year-old Kai Debary Bostic, was charged with second-degree assault, 2 counts of resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, failure to obey a reasonable and lawful order, and reckless endangerment. During her first appearance in court, her attorney stated that Kai was trying to get to work, and the incident was an unfortunate reaction to police instructions. The judge pushed back and said the incident was an extremely dangerous situation, and subsequently denied bond for the suspect. Kai later took a plea deal, pleading guilty to failure to obey a reasonable and lawful order, while all
so she
other
pled
charges
guilty.
were dismissed. She was sentenced to 13 days in jail.
That's it, bro. Bro! 13 days in jail. I mean, it's 13 days in jail. But that's it? Just 13 for running through a freaking a crowd of people and then damn near running a cop over? Just imagine if he had tripped. Bro, what is this?
And 2 years of probation.
Road closures don't really make officers
2 years of probation. Why? So they can lose the ankle? So that way they can lose where all the criminals are that have the ankle monitors? Like what happened in Minneapolis? Apparently they lost like 200 people that were on ankle monitors. Don't even know where the hell they were. They were like violent offenders too. What the hell, man?
Breakdown because of them do. Festival details teach officers something real quick. It only takes one person deciding the rules suddenly don't apply to them for hundreds of people to become
she did
vulnerable.
lose her job.
At once. That's why scenes like this get taken seriously immediately. Back in 2021, 6 people were killed and more than 60 injured after a driver forced their way into a Christmas parade crowd in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Now that incident changed how law enforcement looks at vehicles entering pedestrian areas. And honestly, the line between frustration and tragedy gets real thin once a vehicle enters a crowd.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, you dude, like, just imagine if one of those kids that was holding their parents' hand didn't see the damn car behind them and they got ran over. Or that baby stroller, man. Man, nah, bro. You put this bitch in jail. She should have got an attempted murder charge and an assault on a first responder for every single firefighter that was standing there and every single pedestrian she went by. Attempted murder charge. and let her fight that out in court. Why else would you be driving through a crowd of people like that, man? Nah. Put her in jail. All right. That is going to be the stream for today. If you're new here, please sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. I'm here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Every single day, same time, same place. Know what I'm saying, guys? Please stick around. We're here every day. If you miss the stream, don't worry about it. The streams are always up. They're always up. I don't have an editor. I don't have a moderator. I pull people up, make fun of them, and ban them. Check out the Discord. I do go live on Kick, Rumble, Twitch, and X, along with YouTube 1980 by 10, it's like 1080 by 1920 or something like that, and YouTube Shorts feed. So please check those out. Check out the memberships. Check out the donation bar. Check it all out, guys. You know what I'm saying? I would like to be able to afford a house one day. You know what I'm saying? Get my nice little picket fence and maybe a little dog or something. Who knows? 20 is seeing the value I have in my 40s. I'm actually 31. I'm 31, guys. I'm not as young as I look. Thank you, though. Thank you for the compliment. I'd look even younger if I lost this weight. I would look like a 16-year-old if I lost this weight. And like if I got really skinny again, like I'd look like a 16-year-old. I could pass as like a high schooler. I hate it. I hate it because I'm also short. I'm 5'6". So like it's not bad enough that I look like a fucking toddler. You know, I've got to be short too, because you know why not, right? All right, ladies and gents. Stay safe out there. Stay friendly. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change the whole day of their whole life. You never know. I will see you awesome peeps tomorrow, bright and early. I'm here all 7 days of the week, so tune in anytime. W chat. Y'all are awesome. W Twitch chat. And W, looks like I got some people on Rumble now. W Rumble chat, too. W Rumble chat. Y'all stay safe. Stay away from crazy people, all right? Enjoy the rest of y'all's weekend, all right? And I'll see y'all tomorrow, bright and early. Peace. W chat, W chat, W stream. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.